Welcome in to Steelers Talk Live here, coming to you live here for day 2 of the 2023 NFL Draft. Welcome in to Steelers Talk Live, Yinzers. I am your host, Jack Sperry. I cannot wait to share this night with y'all. I've been waiting for this for a very long time here. The Pittsburgh Steelers are officially on the clock here at number 32 overall. We're about to get things going here in about a half an hour. Can't wait to break it down with y'all, man. But all right, now get into the comment section and let me know if you are here. If you are a real one, you are here at the beginning of the show. Go ahead and type "Here we go" in the comment section. I'm going to give you guys some shout outs. So go ahead, get into the comment section and type "Here we go." Let me see who's in the chat right now. I see Caleb Ebbels in the chat. I see Kyle King is in the chat. Chris Mannerful is in the chat. Luke Braille's in the chat. What's up, my guys? Matt Hyde, I see you in there. Strike Shamrock. Steve Young. Oh, my goodness. Steve Young, we got a 49ers legend in here, man. Welcome to the show. We got Ben Mickey. We got Otto Izarezi. Matt Hyde again. We got Christopher Rosales. What's up, my guy? Pamtree, Squidward, Caleb Ebel, Brian Siu. And we got Strict Fit coming in hot right here, man. Strict Fit is my guy. Coming in here with a $5 super chat already, Strict Fit. I see you down there in the comment section. What is going on, man? We got Zeth Peterson in the chat as well. Already got our first super chat today here. We are getting this party off right here with Strict Fit, going with Joey Porter Jr. here at the top of round 2. We got Kyle King. All right, so Strict Fit, man. So Strict Fit wants Joey Porter Jr. here. That's very interesting, okay? So this is going to be a very interesting top of the second round for the Pittsburgh Steelers, okay, guys? Obviously, they have the top pick here. There's a bunch of really good players still available, including Joey Porter Jr., and the reports have been saying that the Steelers have been taking calls all day trying to potentially trade down. They're at least listening to these offers here. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what the Steelers do here. Will they stay put and take potentially a Joey Porter Jr., or will they move back to potentially get some of those picks that they lost in yesterday's trade up for Broderick Jones? So Joey Porter Jr. Strict Fit's decision there. I'll let you know what I think here in just a second, but I want to bring on today's producer here. Jeremy Chuggs, our usual producer, is on Raiders right now. This is Tex, all right? Matthew McCullough, he is my guy. He is going to be our producer today. Tex, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing all right, man.
Doing all right.
I'll get those name badge on there for both of us real quick.
You ready to be a Yinzer for the day?
I'm ready to be Yinzer Tex.
That's right, Yinzer Tex. That's what I like to hear.
Yes,
Type
sir.
"Here we go" in the comment section here if you want to shout out. If you just showed up, we got Mimic Treasure in there, 235. We got Wilbert Matthews in there. What's up, my guy? We got Sid P showing up. We got Cassie Voth in the chat. She made it. Austin Tardif, my guy, he is here. Welcome into the show, Austin. We got Caleb Ebel again, NFL dude. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Tex, come on now.
Here we go, Steelers.
Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. All right, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So now we are officially live here. We are about 25 minutes away from the start of round 2 of the 2023 NFL Draft. The Steelers are mulling their decision right now. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. But first I want to talk about last night, and specifically Broderick Jones. Go ahead and put your grade of the Broderick Jones pick in the comments section for me. An A, a B, a C, D, or F. I want to see what you guys are feeling about this pick. For me, I gave it an A grade last night in my grades video here on the channel. I really think that it's a good pick. Broderick Jones is somebody coming in here, very athletic type of offensive tackle here. Tex, if we want to throw up that, there we go. We got that. So get those grades in there. Chris Mannerful has an A. Strict Fit giving it an A. Strike Shamrock's giving it an A. Reginald's giving it an A. My Trans Journey is giving me an A. Wilbert Matthews is giving it an A. I mean, I think that the consensus here among Steelers fans is that this is an excellent pick here by the Steelers. I mean, you trade up to get your guy, Darnell Wright, Paris Johnson Jr., Peter Skoronski, all of them go off the board, and then Omar Khan moves up a couple of spots to take that final top offensive tackle prospect there in Broderick Jones, who is going to be wearing number 77 for the Steelers, by the way. He's actually going to be wearing that number. It's a different number than what he wore in college, and he's actually going to be wearing the number of one of his teammates that tragically passed away in a car accident that was actually linked to Jalen Carter. We got another $5 super chat coming in here from Austin Tardif, my guy, getting it in early here. He is saying trade back a couple of spots with the Lions for Will Levis, still take Porter, grab extra draft capital, also for the first round pick, I think is what he's saying there. And I couldn't agree more. Well, I think that what they're actually going to end up doing is they're not even going to take a chance on Porter. I'm not sure if the Lions are even trying to trade up right now. If I were them, I wouldn't want to be trading up for Levis. I mean, Levis, let's just put it this way. There is a reason why Will Levis he's moving down draft boards. There is a reason why that is happening, and I don't think that the Lions are going to want to move up for that. I think they had their opportunity to take him yesterday. I don't think that they're going to want to trade up here at the top of round 2 in order to take somebody they could have had yesterday, and I think that the Steelers are probably going to stay put here. You're hearing rumors all over the place here that they're taking calls. They're seeing what the teams are offering, but if you know anything about the first pick in the second round, is that it almost never gets traded. The way that this works, guys, is that for many teams, they have a first-round grade guy on their board still available at the top of round 2, and the Steelers likely have a first-round prospect still on their board here, whether that be Joey Porter Jr., whether that be Keanu Benton, whether that be Brian Branch, whether that be Darnell Washington even, right? So there's probably somebody on the Steelers' big board right now that they have a first-round grade on and that they feel like they're going to be getting a steal for here at number 32. Personally, I'm hoping for Joey Porter Jr. here. I just think that's a storybook start to this NFL draft. Getting your offensive tackle of the future there, your left tackle, I really think that would be a fantastic pick. I think that was a fantastic pick there, going and getting Broderick Jones. And then you got the cornerback there with Joey Porter Jr. I think that's a fantastic start to your NFL draft if you're Omar Khan. And I don't really see myself trading back and taking a risk and potentially losing a guy like Joey Porter Jr., who is the best option right now at the cornerback position. It's not even close. I had a first-round grade on him. I had him in that top tier of guys, along with Devin Witherspoon, Christian Gonzalez, and Deonte Banks. Getting him at the top of round 2 is the steal that you are hoping to get when you made that Chase Claypool trade. I think that if you look at the top 5 draft targets tonight, you got Joey Porter Jr., number 1 on my list right now, okay? You got Brian Branch, number 2. I'd be okay with either of those guys, but personally, I like the story and the fit of Joey Porter Jr., plus Joey Porter Jr. is going to be your number 1 cornerback here for the future, or at least you hope that's going to be the case. If you draft Brian Branch, he's likely going to be your nickel cornerback heading into next season. Some other names to be looking out for here at the top. You can go back to that other graphic there, Tex. Keanu Benton from Wisconsin, the nose tackle. He played nose tackle in Wisconsin. Lots of people think he's not going to be able to play a true nose in the National Football League. Darnell Washington here could potentially be the pick as well if they really, really like Darnell Washington. And then you got Tyreek Stevenson. If for some reason you don't like Joey Porter Jr., Tyreek Stevenson is another press man corner that's really, really physical, really good talent. I certainly think that one of these 5 gentlemen will probably be the pick here for the Steelers if they do, in fact, take this pick here at number 32 overall. Joey Porter Jr., I mean, just to show you the value here that you might be getting, take a look at my top 5 draft targets for the Steelers here. All right, you got Joey Porter Jr. at number 4. Okay, I think Joey Porter Jr. is a really good player, just behind Deonte Banks, Christian Gonzalez, and Devin Witherspoon. I think he's a fantastic prospect. And same thing with Tyreek Stevenson. I had him at number 5 for my top 5 Steelers draft targets. I think if you get either one of these guys, it would be absolutely fantastic. And if you ask me, man, I just think that Joey Porter Jr. was born to be a Steeler. I think that the football gods have handed the Steelers this opportunity to draft Joey Porter's son here in the second second round. And, man, just look at how sweet he would look in a Steelers uniform, man. This guy just would look absolutely sweet in black and gold, along with the new number 77 here, Broderick Jones at left tackle. I think that's, you just can't think of a better way to start your night, start your draft, than going ahead and getting Joey Porter Jr. here at the top of round 2. We got another super chat here from Austin Tardif, who's coming in here with another $5 here. Already up at $15 here, so we're off to a good start here. We're going to be going over some of these super chat menu items that we have here. We got a couple prizes that you could win here on the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But Austin Tardif came in here. Other one here, text from Austin, says, if Darnell Washington isn't there at 49, trade back. So I think that 49 is probably the more likely spot for the Steelers to move back tonight. I think with Joey Porter Jr. available at 32, that's the kind of elite, kind of round 2 pick that you're looking for when you have the number 32 overall pick, right? I think that, you know, there's only a couple players that the Steelers would actually stay at number 32 for. I think Joey Porter Jr. is one of those players. So I think number 49 would be a good place to trade down. Pick 80 is another good spot to trade down. I think at some point we will see the Steelers move down to try to get a couple of picks there on day 3, because right now, because they traded their 4th round pick yesterday to the New England Patriots, they only have 2 7th round picks, and that's it for tomorrow. So I think that they're going to want to recoup some of that draft capital, maybe get an additional 5th. Maybe if you're lucky, you get a 4th tonight. I guess we'll see how this thing all works out. I do think that at the end of the day, though, the Steelers will eventually trade down. And I can't wait to see what happens tonight, man. You got a great start there with Broderick Jones, Omar Khan delivering yet another really good trade. And, you know, with Omar Khan, it just seems like every single trade that he makes, it's just a really, really good value for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So going into the night here where you have the Steelers potentially trading down, I can't wait to see what kind of value he can conjure up and bring in here for the rest of the NFL draft. So will the Steelers trade down tonight? Let me know in the chat right now. Type Y if you think yes, or type N if you think no. I think they will, but let me know what you guys think right now. Can't wait to see what you guys have to say about this one. We got a bunch of people super active in the chat right now. We got Trent Lawson saying yes. We got Scott Frazier saying yes. My trans journey going no, not trading down tonight. We got NFL Dude yes. Snowman saying yes. All right, guys, we are getting into the point here. We're about 16 minutes away from the start of round 2 of the 2023 NFL Draft. If you haven't already, make sure that you click that like button here. It helps push this video out to more Steelers fans so we can get some really crazy numbers on tonight's live stream. It would really be a great help if you would click that like button. And I tell you what, once we get up to 150 likes today, once we get up to 150 likes, producer Tex is going to be putting on the Terry Bradshaw bald cap, and he's going to have to wear it for the rest of the live stream, okay? So get those likes up right now. Click that thumbs up icon. It is a free and easy way to help out the channel, help out Steelers Talk here. Really do appreciate it. Get those like numbers up now. Now, let's get up to this. Let's put up the super chat items here that we've got. So today, we got a couple of special super chat promotions where you could win a certain Steelers prize. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a raffle, and we're just going to be doing one raffle ticket per person. If you put in a super chat of $10 or more, you'll be entered to win today's raffle, and you could potentially win an official Steelers draft hat from our friends at Fanatics. The fantastic folks at Fanatics, man, they have some great licensed material for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll be checking out some of those hats here in just a second. But then also, today's Super Chat MVP, the person that sends in the most money during this live stream, is going to get a retro Pittsburgh Steelers flag that we're going to be showing here in just a second. But first, check out these Steelers draft hats, man. You could be walking away with one of these guys for just $10 if you put in a $10 super chat. Really appreciate everybody that supports the channel here, supports the live stream, all that good stuff. Any style you want the black one with the gold lettering, Fine, we can do that. If you want a curve build, we can do that. Flat build, we got a bunch of different stuff for you guys. You could win an official Steelers draft hat today in our raffle today. All it takes is $10 or more in a super chat, and then the person that puts in the most money today on today's Steelers Talk live stream is going to win a retro Steelers flag. And producer Tex, if we can put that up there. I mean, I think this is a really cool flag that we're offering up for you guys. Person with the most is going to be walking away with an awesome. So he's bringing it up right here. This is what it looks like here, and I think it looks pretty sweet. It's retro. It's got the old logo on there. If you want to win that tonight, get those super chats in, and by the end of the night, hopefully we can get things going. And also today, the Browns Report had their live stream, okay? They've had two live streams since the last time we were live. Today, they only made $40, okay? So that's kind of a measly effort there. We can easily beat that. Once we get to that point, Tex and I are going to do an F the Browns chant so that Browns Report host Matthew Peterson can hear us all the way from his desk. And then if we can beat his number from last week, $769 on today's stream, I am going to take this photo here of an empty trophy case, and I'm going to post this photo on my social media every single day until the Cleveland Browns can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm going to tag Cleveland Browns Report host Matthew Peterson in that post. Okay, so if we get that, we'll do that. And then as well, we have the Terry Bradshaw bald cap. If we can beat their number from last week, $769, then we are going to put F the Browns in Sharpie on the Terry Bradshaw bald cap. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. Let's go back to that list 3 there, Tex. And then if we can beat our super chat record on today's live stream, I'm going to be doing a Gatorade bath tomorrow night. I got a bunch of Gatorade. I'm going to dump it on me. We're going to celebrate, guys. We're going to celebrate getting the most super chats in our channel's history. It's going to be fantastic. And then also, we're at war with the Cleveland Browns right here. We absolutely have to beat their figure. If we don't get up to $769 in Super Chat revenue today, we lose the Super Chat war. They win, we lose. We cannot let that happen. We need to be the kings of the North here, and we need to bury them by getting our Super Chat record today. If all this happens, this is what you're going to get. So I really appreciate everybody that gets those Super Chats in. Really do appreciate you. Every $10 gets you a chance to win that Steelers draft hat, officially licensed, and then the person that sends in the most, our Super Chat MVP, is going to get that retro Steelers flag. Right now, our Super Chat MVP is Austin Tardif. I appreciate you, my man. Right now, we're at $15 in Super Chat revenue, 55 likes, 178 people watching. We are about just over 10 minutes away from the Steelers officially being on the clock. I am super excited to see what is going to happen here. Are they going to trade down? Are they going to take Joey Porter Jr.? And I'll just tell you what I think, guys. I think that Joey Porter Jr. needs to be the pick here. You got Broderick Jones, your franchise cornerstone left tackle. At least you hope he's going to be that up there in the first round. You didn't really think Joey Porter Jr. was going to fall to you here in round 2. He did. And I think you have an opportunity to get you not only a really great prospect in Broderick Jones there to be your cornerstone left tackle, but you can get your cornerstone cornerback 1, that shutdown press man corner that so many teams in the National Football League are looking for nowadays. I think that's a fantastic start to the draft. And that's not even mentioning how great of a story it would be for Steeler Nation, for the game of football, for Joey Porter's son to come home to the city of Pittsburgh and play for the same team that his dad played for. I just think that's going to be a fantastic story. I really, really hope that is the pick tonight. But there are a couple of different options, man. They probably would like to grab another 4th-round pick or another 5th-round pick or a collection of picks here to fill out some of their other needs. They do need to address inside linebacker, right? They need a coverage linebacker. They need a nose tackle, right? Montrevious Adams and Braden Fajoku just aren't cutting it, in my opinion. Then you could also add another wide receiver for depth. You could add another running back for depth. You could add so many things here. You could add another safety, right? You could do so many things if you're Omar Khan if you trade down. But I think that if you take into account just how special Joey Porter Jr. could be with the black and gold in Mike Tomlin's defense, I really think that he could be something special along with Broderick Jones. And if you start your draft with Broderick Jones and Joey Porter Jr., you're definitely getting off on the right start. I cannot wait to see what the Steelers do here at pick number 32. And we've got a $50 super chat here from Austin Tardif getting the party started. Let's go, Austin. Oh, my goodness. So, Austin, you are now entered to win our raffle today. And then you are by far the leader in the MVP race right now. So Austin Tardif is at $60 in the MVP race, and he is the first person here to move into our raffle here. And again, if you missed what we're raffling off tonight, it's going to be an official Steelers draft hat. One of you guys is going to win that. All it takes is $10 to enter into that raffle. And then the person with the most super chats tonight is going to win a retro Steelers flag, perfect for your man cave, perfect for whatever, perfect for your garage, whatever it may be. You can hang it up. Really, really cool flag. You could win that tonight as well. Really appreciate Austin Tardif. He is a true real one and a friend of the show, man. All right, so now let's give some shout-outs here. We got Steelers fan in the chat. Gary Reynolds is in the chat. What is up, my guy? Let's go. Let's go, man. Got Kyle King. Got Autumn McCaddy. All right. So we are about 8 minutes away here from the Steelers potentially taking Joey Porter Jr., 32nd overall in the 2023 NFL Draft. And what's crazy about this pick is that the Steelers, this wasn't originally the Steelers pick, right? This was originally the Chicago Bears pick, and Omar Khan, in his first trade deadline, absolutely fleeced the Chicago Bears, sending Chase Claypool to the Bears for this first-round pick that ended up being kind of like a pseudo first-rounder. I mean, the 32nd pick in most years, and pretty much every year, is a first-round pick. So, I mean, you're getting essentially a second first-rounder here. I think that, you know, if this pick is Joey Porter Jr., then you're essentially trading Joey Porter for Chase Claypool. I am taking that trade every day of the week. Go ahead and get into the comments section right now. And if you want the Pittsburgh Steelers to draft Joey Porter Jr., spam 9 in the comments section. Going to give some shout outs here to some of the people that are in the chat. The true Yinzers. We got 200 Yinzers in the chat right now. Got Steve Young, Omar Berner, Arthur Girdwood. We got Matt Hyde, Calvin Kalari, Strick Fit, Arthur Goodward, Gary Reynolds, Barricade, NFL Dude, Khalil Plummer, Kurt Hale, Kyle King, King Henry, X Concepts is here, Barricade again, Austin Tardif, my dude, Tony Gonzalez. We got Ahmed Aklin, Mimic Trazer, DJ KJ, what's up, my guy? Welcome to the show. Got Luke Braille, NFL Dude, Mimic Trazer again, Petey Padalak, Caleb Ebel. Appreciate everybody that's in the chat right now, man. I cannot wait to get this thing going. I really hope it's Joey Porter Jr., but if it's not, Omar Khan is going to fleece somebody. Omar Khan is going to get a ton of value here out of this pick if they do decide to trade down. It looks like a couple of teams might be looking to trade up for Will Levis. I know that the 4 teams that the Steelers have called are Ryan Poles with the Chicago Bears, the Atlanta Falcons, the Tennessee Titans, and then there's one other one. I can't remember it right now, but there's another team that might be taking Las Vegas, that might be taking a quarterback here, and they might be moving up for Will Levis or Hendon Hooker, who might be going relatively early here, which would be good news for the Steelers because we need the best player available to move down to number 49. Really excited to see what's going to go down here in the next couple of minutes. Yeah, no, Tex, you're good. And then we got a super chat here. First time super chatter here, Omar's Burner. We got Omar Khan in the chat, guys. Omar's Burner with a $2 super chat. The offers just haven't been enticing. All right, man. Well, we're gonna have to up the ante. We're gonna have to up the ante a little bit here, Tex. All right. We got Austin Tardif dropping another $2 here. He says he's dropping another 50 if we take Joey Porter Jr. at number 32. Oh, my goodness, dude. Sounds good, Tex. So, before we get things going here, we've talked about Joey Porter Jr. being who I would pick here at number 32. That much is evident. What about number 49? Like, what position do you go ahead and get? What are we going to be doing here? Like, at number 49, I would probably go like Drew Sanders if he's there. Maybe, who else could be there at number 49? That's a very interesting question. Could be another linebacker like a Dorian Williams or a Dian Henley if he falls. That would be a really good option as well. Maybe an interior offensive line. We know that the Steelers have been talking with some of these offensive guard prospects throughout the NFL draft process. That could certainly be an option as well. We got a $10 super chat here from Kyle King. He's coming in. He is now entered to win the raffle today, the official NFL draft hat. Tex is going to be bringing up your super chat here in just a second. And he is also a first-time super chatter. Thank you so much, Kyle King, who says, I don't know what to say, so F the Browns. That's right. F those Browns, baby. F them. All right. We are currently in a super chat battle with these guys. We're in a super chat war. It's been multiple live streams at this point that we've been going back and forth. And right now we got to get up to $769 here in super chat revenue, or they're going to win. And I absolutely refuse to let that happen. Right now, we're off to a good start with $82.92 in super chat rev. We are getting there, folks. $1 at a time. We got Austin Tardif coming in with another $2 super chat. And he says, if he falls, Darnell Washington at number 49. I think that's a good idea there, Austin. I really do think that Darnell Washington could be the pick at number 49 if he falls. The question is, will he? I really don't think so. I think he's going to be taken here some point between 33 and 48, just because he's so dang athletic. He's so big. He's so strong. One of these West Coast systems like Green Bay or, even Miami or, somebody might trade up for him. Who knows what's going to happen. He's going to be very valuable in some of those systems. I just don't think he's going to make it to the Steelers at number 49. I think probably 49 today is going to be an inside linebacker. That would be my best guess. It's either that or they're going to trade down. I think that would be another really good move for the Steelers if they trade down from 49 to some other pick. I think that'd be a good move. Yeah, we're at 83, Tex. All right. Sure. Sounds good. All right, guys, so we are really, really close here. 2 minutes away before the NFL draft reopens here for round 2. So if you are ready for day 2 of the NFL draft here to start, spam go as many times as you can in the comment section. Let me know that you are ready. I think this is going to be Joey Porter Jr., guys. I really do. I'm watching the screen right now. I see all these Yinzers and in Kansas City with those terrible towels flying. I just think this is going to be an absolutely great moment here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Get those goes in the chat. We need to get this thing going right now. Man, oh my goodness. I'm nervous. I really am. Because I want Joey Porter Jr. I really do. And what's great about Joey Porter Jr. in this pick is that no matter if you wanted a top cornerback or a top offensive tackle, you're getting one in this draft, right? I think that the Steelers fans have been kind of split on which position to prioritize. And, a lot of people were upset. A lot of people that wanted cornerback were upset when the Steelers traded up for a tackle. But now you have the opportunity to get one of these tier 1, maybe tier 2 guys that are definitely first-round material, in my opinion. Joey Porter Jr. is a first-round corner, and he's falling to you here at pick number 32 at the top of the second. I think that's a godsend. I think the football gods are just handing Joey Porter Jr. to you, and I think you just have to accept it. I think you have to put that card in. I think Joey Porter Jr. with the Pittsburgh Steelers would be a success. I think that he would be a great fit in the press-heavy defense that Mike Tomlin runs here in Pittsburgh. And then if you pair that with the excellent talent of Broderick Jones, I think the Steelers, maybe besides the Eagles, who just had an incredible night 1 last night, I think that you can look at the Steelers and say, you really knocked it out of the park. Spam go in the comment section. I'm going to give some shout outs here to all of the Yinzers that are in the chat here. 234 of you guys are here. We are here. We have been speculating for months of what the Steelers are going to do, particularly, in the first couple of rounds. It is finally here. We are going to get answers tonight live here on Steelers Talk. We got Luis Torres in there. We got DJ KJ. We got Barricade. We got NFL Dude. We got Sid P in there. We got Steelers fans. Steve Young, Snowman. David's in here. Tony Gonzalez. We got Petey is in the chat as well. Steelers Dad. What's good, my guy? The Fat 624. Nice name, my guy. We got Jason Jerky, Autumn McCarty. And speaking of Autumn McCarty, we haven't gone to their super chat here. So before the Steelers officially go on the clock here, let's show that $2 super chat. Yeah, from Autumn. Says, what about JPJ, Keon White, and Drew Sanders? So I really like JPJ. I've said my piece on Joey Porter Jr. I hope he's the pick here. Keon White is interesting to me because he's still a bit raw, but man, he is athletic. He is big. I think if the Steelers draft him, he's going to be more of like a 5 technique. I think he's big enough to play 3 technique as well. He's just I think he's a very moldable piece, but I just don't really see where he would fit on the Steelers defensive line right now. He probably won't be a projected starter over the next couple of years, in my opinion. You re-sign Larry Ogunjobi to play that 5 technique role on the interior of the defensive line. I just don't know where Keon White really fits in there. And they got Drew Sanders. I think Drew Sanders, if he is there at number 49, he has a really, really good shot at being the pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the second round, the second pick of this second round for the Steelers. And, I think that if you combine Joey Porter Jr. and Drew Sanders, who, arguably, Drew Sanders is arguably the number 1 linebacker prospect in this year's NFL draft class. He draws comparisons to a younger Anthony Barr. And then Joey Porter Jr. is somebody that, is long. He's a great cover corner. I think it would be absolutely fantastic if the Steelers grabbed both of those guys. I think Drew Sanders is the type of inside linebacker that Mike Tomlin likes. He's a good blitzer. He's pretty good in pass coverage as well. He's a little raw in the run game, but I think he's got the size to develop that skill set. And then once he does that, he's got the size to be a 3-down linebacker in the National Football League and truly, truly be a special player, man. Man, who is ready to go? I am so ready for this pick. This is a moment that so many Steelers fans have been looking forward to here if it's Joey Porter Jr. It's hard to put words to it. It really, really is. Because you get your offensive tackle to protect Kenny Pickett there and Broderick Jones, and then you can go ahead and take Joey Porter Jr. Omar Khan, let me just say this for the record here before they make the pick. Omar Khan has done a fantastic job as the Steelers GM to this point in his young career. He took over for Kevin Colbert after the draft last year. He's done a fantastic job. He was aggressive during his first trade deadline, fleeced the Chicago Bears out of this number 32 pick. And you look at what's going on with Omar Khan, it's like every step of the way, it's been smart move after smart move after smart move. He's not overpaying for things. He's getting good value. When he trades, he gets really good value in return. He doesn't give up too much. And, he's a very smart guy. I think that he's a very sharp GM in this league. And then Andy Weidel, his assistant, I think he's really smart as well. I think the Steelers are in really, really good hands. I don't know what it is about the Steelers, but they're really freaking good at hiring some of these guys, not only in the front office, but in the head coaching position as well. They always seem to just find the right guys to fill those roles. And I think that the Steelers are in good hands here. It looks like the pick is about to be coming in here. And I'm really excited. I think it's Joey Porter Jr., guys. I just think that the fit, I think that the family connection. Joey Porter Jr. played basketball and football with Mike Tomlin's kids. He knows Mike Tomlin personally. And not only that, but he's a perfect fit for his defense. I just don't know how if you're Mike Tomlin, you are not pounding the table to take this kid here at the top of round 2. And, even if they didn't have the personal connection, even if they didn't, grow up together or whatever, right, I still think that Joey Porter Jr. would be the pick. Like, he's such a good fit. He's such a great talent that, he's the type of long corner, physical corner that can just completely erase a wide receiver from a play, right? He can just completely get into somebody's business, and then they're just out of the play entirely. Like, he's just that kind of level good, in my opinion. Now, maybe he's not quite as good as Deonte Banks or Christian Gonzalez or Devin Witherspoon. I do have him ranked as my fourth guy, but he's a first-round talent. And if you can get a first-round talent and a potential cornerstone in your secondary here at the top of round 2, you got to do it. You got to pull the trigger, in my opinion. And, man, we're just waiting here, just moments away from the picks coming in. Yeah, man, I really hope it's Joey Porter Jr. I really, really do. Tex, why don't you come on here, man, and see? I want to see what you have to think about this. Who do you think the pick is going to be here? Do you think it's going to be Joey Porter Jr.?
I do. I really do. I think that it's kind of like destiny in a way.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, you look at the Steelers, man. They really like these family connections. They're
right.
A family organization. And, Joey Porter Jr. was an absolute Steelers legend. By the way, I see King Yinzer in the chat. Anthony Fuller is here. He wants Brian Branch. I see a couple of people wanting Branch right here. I see Abraham wants Ringo. I don't know if I don't think Ringo's going to be the pick here, man.
Nah,
I just don't think so.
Just makes sense.
Like, Brian Branch is interesting because, he's a really good player. He's probably, like, when it comes to just pure talent and pure football instincts, he's probably like a top 15 guy in this class. But, he's going to be playing probably nickel corner for you. And, if you have Joey Porter Jr., who can be an elite cornerback one on the outside, I just think that the positional value just says you have to take Joey Porter Jr. here. I love Branch as a player. I know some people are really infatuated with his skill set. I am as well. I think he's going to go early tonight. But when I look at this situation, I just think Joey Porter Jr., I just think that it fits in every single imaginable way, man. He is just, he went to school in Pennsylvania too. Like, this guy is just a Pennsylvania guy through and through. He grew up in Pittsburgh. His dad is a Steelers legend. Run it back with the Porters, man. Bring him home. Bring him home, Omar Khan. Let's do this, man. If you want Joey Porter to be drafted here, spam 9 in the chat. I am super excited to get things going, man. Woo! Oh, my goodness. Let's get this party started, man. I am so ready for this pick. I mean, when the Steelers traded up for Broderick Jones yesterday, I thought there was literally a 0% chance that a guy like Deonte Banks or Joey Porter Jr. was going to be here for the Steelers at the top of round 2. Like, they're round 1 talents. They can play press man. Like, you just can't find guys that are strong enough, long enough, and fast enough to play press man in the National Football League at the cornerback position. Joey Porter Jr. can do that, and he can do that very, very well. I think that he's a perfect match for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is why many of the top NFL draft analysts had him going to the Steelers at number 17 in the first round. I mean, now you have the chance to take him all the way at number 32. I just think that, the football gods are speaking to you right now, and I think you got to answer the call. I think that Joey Porter Jr. is that guy. That's the perfect fit, all that good stuff, and then you go and attack linebacker or nose tackle or maybe even safety there at pick 49. I think you should probably trade down from pick 49. That's probably my 2 cents, unless somebody just absolutely incredible falls to you there at number 49. But, I look at this situation, and I say the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to take Joey Porter Jr. I mean, they've been getting calls all day. They haven't had one that they've liked to this point, and we are officially on the clock right now. The Steelers are on the clock. Round 2 of the NFL draft has begun. Type "here we go" in the chat right now. Let's get things going. Type "here we go." Gonna give some shout outs here while we await this pick. And essentially this pick right here is going to be a straight swap for Chase Claypool. Because remember, it was a straight swap between Chase Claypool and this pick. So, I mean, As long as this pick is better than Chase Claypool, this is a win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Austin Tardif is saying, here we go in all caps. NFL Dude is here, going, here we go. Steelers dad, Aunt Romy, Steelers fan right there. Kurt Hale, Kyle King, NFL Dude, Petey is here. Brian Albert, Jason Jerky, Cole, Aaron Villanueva is here. Arthur Goodward, Nick Luckfield, Call of Duty God. Oh my goodness, come on, baby. Come on now. Give me Joey Porter Jr. Give me Joey Porter Jr., please. Let's go. Not Webb's World is in the chat. What is good? Not Webb's World. Oh my goodness. Got 330 people watching. Thank you to everybody that is here for our Day 2 coverage of the 2023 NFL Draft. We are about to learn who the second-round pick, or the first second-round pick is here for your Pittsburgh Steelers. We've already added number 77, Broderick Jones, in round 1, traded the fourth-rounder to the New England Patriots in return for that pick. Now we see if the Steelers get their true cornerback 1 here and bring Joey Porter Jr. back to the city of Bridges. No, Tex, we're good there. We're good with the go. Oh, my goodness, man. I see Porter, then defensive tackle Keanu Benton from Wisconsin, from Aunt Romy. I like Keanu Benton. If he's there at 49, I think he's the pick. I do. I think that I'm not sure if he's going to make it there because he's a really, really strong, very good prospect. I would be ecstatic if Keanu Benton is somehow there at pick 49. But I think he's going to go relatively early here. Oh, my goodness. Who is this pick going to be? Seems like the Steelers are taking a little bit of their time here. I think that they're calling teams right now. I think that they're trying to make a last-second push to try to get a really good offer from a team. Maybe get another second-round pick next season or something like that. I think Khan is somebody that's not afraid to strike deals, and I think that he might be trying to be aggressive here and try to trade down. But if they can't find a deal that absolutely blows them away, they are not afraid to go ahead and pull the trigger here for Joey Porter Jr. It looks like Omar Khan is on the phone with somebody right now. I'm watching the live stream right here from ESPN. We got a $20 super chat here from Anthony Fuller, King Yinzer. Let's go, baby. Let's go. King Yinzer is in the chat. Let's get this party started here on Steelers Talk Live. Whoo! I mean, Ringo might be there at number 49, my man. So, Abraham, if you want Ringo, maybe you want like a Keanu Benton here or, maybe a Darnell Washington. Personally, I really like Joey Porter Jr. I think that's got to be the pick here. And oh my goodness, man. I just think that this pick could just be so important for the future of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if it's Joey Porter Jr. and he ends up becoming the number 1 cornerback that I think he's capable of becoming here. And I'm getting a report here that the Steelers are passing around the phone in their draft room, which means that they have taken somebody here. The pick is in. Who is it going to be? I think it's got to be Porter here, guys. I really do. Tex, if you hear anything here, make sure to let me know. And it's going to be Joey Porter Jr. at number 32 overall. Oh my goodness, that is such a relief. Joey Porter Jr., the Porter family is returning to the city of Pittsburgh. Wow. That is a fantastic move by the Steelers. Oh my goodness. We got Will Scott from the Dolphins report coming in here. Joey Porter, let's go! Let's go! Let's go, baby! He's coming home!
Make me look so short!
He's not short. I'm just 6'5".
Hey, I'm a Dolphins fan, but I got to give the Steelers a lot of credit. They got Roderick Jones. They got Joey Porter Jr.
Let's
They're
go!
like 2 top 20 players in this draft.
Yes, they are.
Seriously?
Omar Khan, let's go. He does it again. Let's go. Joey Porter Jr. is coming to Pittsburgh. Oh, my goodness. And we got a $50 super chat from Austin Tardif. Let's go. He's a man of his word, folks. Welcome to Pittsburgh, Joey Porter Jr. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Joey Porter Jr. is the pick here. Oh. Penn State alum here. Grew up with Mike Tomlin. Well, grew up with his kids, I should say. Knows him personally. Falls to number 32 in an act of God. Practically a top 20 player falls to you at number 32. And it's a hometown kid. Oh, it's just, this is the story of the year, or at least of the offseason for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Screw trading up for an offensive tackle in round 1. Getting Joey Porter Jr. to be your cornerback 1 for the future is absolutely the move of the offseason here. Oh, man. I mean, last night I was watching the TV and I was like, oh my gosh, Joey Porter's falling. Should we trade up for him? We didn't even need to trade up for this guy. He was there at 32. He falls right into your lap, a perfect fit for this defense. And he's going to be coming in learning from Patrick Peterson, who is one of the best shutdown outside cornerbacks in the National Football League for years. And he still is really freaking good, okay? Don't get it twisted. But now you bring in Joey Porter Jr., who's going to be a fantastic piece right away for you. Doesn't have to be the number 1 guy right away. He can learn. You know, he's not a perfect prospect, all right? He does have some flaws, right? He does grab a little bit too much on film, right? He's got a little bit of a tightness in his hips. He doesn't have the most fluid hips in the world, right? The short area quickness isn't elite. But, man, this guy plays physical. He plays Pittsburgh Steeler football, and he's on his way to Pittsburgh, PA. Oh, my goodness, what a pick this is. Let's get going. Ghost 304 says it's a bad pick. I have to disagree with you, my friend. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but, man, Joey Porter Jr., getting him this late here at number 32, that is a steal. Oh, man, I'm very, very happy about this pick, man. All right, man. So we're going to be getting into our first cut of the night here. We're going to be breaking down the pick of Joey Porter Jr. in just a second. Can't wait, man. This is going to be absolutely a fantastic night. Let's get things going. Right. All right, Tex needs a little bit of a second here, but Broderick Jones and Joey Porter Jr. What a way to start the draft, man. Omar Khan strikes again. It just seems like everything that Khan is touching right now, it's turning to gold. And yes, this move required a little bit of luck, right? The rest of the NFL had to pass on Joey Porter Jr. for some reason, but they did, and he lands in Pittsburgh. And I think this is somebody that people are going to be wondering, how did he fall to the second round in just a couple of years? What a fantastic pick here by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can't wait to get things going now. Let's get into our first cut here of the pick of Joey Porter Jr. This Steelers Talk video is presented by RexMD. You can get up to 90% off your order when you go to rexmd.com/chat. They really are a fantastic company. Can't wait to talk about them later on in the show here. Now let's get into the pick here. In round 2, the first pick here, we were wondering all week what the Steelers might do with that first pick in the second round, and it is going to be Joey Porter Jr., cornerback out of Penn State. And let me tell you guys, I couldn't be any happier. 6'2.5", 193 pounds, great size, some of the longest arms you are going to see from a cornerback prospect. Ran a 4.4, 40-yard dash time at the combine. Fantastic athlete. On our big board here at Chat Sports, our draft analyst Tom Downey has him ranked as the number 3 cornerback in the entire NFL draft, and he falls to the Steelers here at pick number 32. And speaking of Tom Downey, this is what his scouting report looks like on Joey Porter Jr. Improved every season and wasn't thrown at much in 2022. Just absolutely dominated his competition, particularly in press coverage. He's tall. He's a tall, long corner with toughness and the ability to find the ball in the air. He can absolutely do that as well. And then he's a bit grabby at times and only one career interception. But I want to talk about that one career interception for just a second. When you're not being targeted, it's really hard to get interceptions, guys. This guy absolutely just wiped wide receivers off the field. This guy was one of the most dominating cornerback presences in the country throughout his college career. He, like the scouting report says, he's a little bit grabby at times, but I think with Mike Tomlin, he likes to take guys with the right mentality. He likes guys like George Pickens that have that dog in them, but might take it a little bit too far at times. But, Mike Tomlin wants those guys that he can rail in a little bit. He doesn't want somebody that's like a little puppy that's not going to be able to handle himself at the NFL level. Mike Tomlin wants alphas, and Joey Porter Jr. 100% is that kind of player. I think that Joey Porter Jr. has the ability to be one of the best press man corners in the National Football League. When you have the kind of strength that he brings to the table, when you have the arm length that he has, when you have the ability to absolutely wipe out wide receivers from a play because he's so good at jamming people at the line of scrimmage. I think this guy has what it takes to be a number one cornerback in this league, particularly in a press man system. And good news for him, he's heading to Mike Tomlin's defense that plays just about as much press as any team in the National Football League. So do me a favor here, grade the pick of Joey Porter Jr. here at the top of round 2, number 32 overall. Give me an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F in the comment section. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever you get an ad break here, just go ahead, go into the comment section, find that pinned comment, and answer today's question. So now let's go over some of his stats here from the 2022 campaign. 0 interceptions last year, 8 pass deflections, 27 tackles, and you might be looking at that and be like, wait a minute, where's the ball production? Only 8 pass breakups and no interceptions? Why isn't he getting the ball more? The reason for that is that opposing quarterbacks in the Big Ten, just simply did not throw it his way. When you look at Richard Sherman at his prime there in Seattle, he didn't have a whole lot of ball production in Seattle, but he was one of the best cornerbacks in the National Football League, and everybody knew it because nobody was targeting his side of the field. That's the kind of menacing presence that Joey Porter Jr. was with the Penn State Nittany Lions. And now let's talk about what the Athletic's Dane Brugler, one of the best NFL draft analysts out there, had to say about the talent of Joey Porter Jr. Porter has clear bust potential with his undisciplined play style and unbalanced change of direction, but he has intriguing matchup potential in the NFL because of his aggressive length and body quickness. He projects as a classic bump and run cornerback and won't be a slam dunk fit for every scheme. But here's the thing, he's a slam dunk for the Steelers pick, man, and I cannot wait to break it down with you guys even more. But make sure that you subscribe to the channel for breakdowns and analysis of every single pick that the Steelers make this offseason during the NFL draft. We're going to be doing pick number 49 here in just a second, so make sure that you're subscribed and turn on your notifications to know when we put out new videos and when we have new draft analysis for more picks. All right, so here are some of the players here that went before Joey Porter Jr. You look here, I was really surprised that the Bills didn't take him there. They do need cornerback help. They went out and got Dalton Kincaid instead. Mozzie Smith went and got drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. They got Anton Harrison going to the Jags, Miles Murphy to the Bengals, and then really you get to this point here, and I'm thinking, is he going to fall to number 32? Really? Joey Porter Jr.? And you got Brian Brzee go to the Saints, and they needed aggressive cornerback help. I thought Porter was going to go there. And then he gets to the Eagles, Nolan Smith, fantastic pick by them. I don't blame them for that. And then Kansas City, that could certainly use a guy like Joey Porter Jr., they pass on him for an edge rusher, Felix Anudike-Uzomah, and he lands with his father's old team here. He is now a Pittsburgh Steeler. It was destiny. The Steelers have landed Joey Porter Jr. If you take a look at the Steelers cornerback depth chart right now, where he fits in here, I think that he has a real shot to get that cornerback 2 spot on the outside from day one. He's going to have to compete with Ahkello Witherspoon and Levi Wallace, who are solid pros, but I think Joey Porter Jr. has the scheme ability here to really be a good fit for this defense, and I really think that he's going to be a starter come week 1. I think he's going to earn that position. I think he's going to earn the respect of the people in the locker room, and I think by year 2, he is going to be the number 1 cornerback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And of course, you got Patrick Peterson in there. That's probably going to be playing more of a hybrid safety nickel type role. He's been talking about that role for weeks now. I'm really excited to see what Patrick Peterson can do, but now you get your hopefully future cornerback 1 here in Joey Porter Jr. So let's take a look at his combine numbers or his testing numbers throughout the draft process here. 4.46 40-yard dash, man. That is absolutely fantastic. In fact, all those numbers there, the 20-yard split and the 10-yard split, are all labeled as elite by Relative Athletic Score. He had some great explosive numbers there with the jumps, both in the vert and the broad. And he had 17 reps on the bench press, which is very impressive for a cornerback. You are not going to be able to block this guy in the run game. So you take a look at the offense. So if you look at what the Steelers have already done here, they've gotten their offensive tackle. Now you get your cornerback. And I think that these 2 positions were the marquee positions that the Steelers needed to address coming into the 2023 NFL draft. I was worried that you would kind of have to sacrifice one for the other. You can either get a really good tackle or a really good cornerback, but I think somehow Omar Khan has pulled this off where he's gotten a top 4 offensive tackle prospect and a top 4 cornerback prospect. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. And you add that to a roster here that during free agency, you add Patrick Peterson, you add Isaac Seumalo, you add Allen Robinson via trade, you add Broderick Jones in the first round. And you don't really lose anybody super of value other than Cam Sutton. Cam Sutton is that one guy, but you replace him with Patrick Peterson and William Jackson III, Miles Jack, Robert Spillane. Those aren't really impact players. The Steelers are adding impact players, and they're not losing too many. So I think the Steelers are improving their roster overall. I think that they're doing a really good job this offseason. And some final thoughts here on Joey Porter Jr., man. I think that he's a fantastic, fantastic prospect that's going to be a really good pro in the NFL for a very, very long time, man. I think that he's got the range. I think he's got the length. I think he's got the strength to really be a dominating presence on the outside in Mike Tomlin's press-heavy defense. I think that he's going to be a really, really great pro, just like his dad was. And maybe he won't get to the kind of level that Joey Porter Sr. was able to get to. But, man, Joey Porter Jr. I think is going to be a really good starter and a potential cornerback 1 in the National Football League moving forward. That's going to be it for today's show, guys. I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you guys later. Peace. All right, so that's going to be it there for the first cut. What do we think about this pick, man? Get your comments in the comments section here. Let me know what you guys think, man. I am in love with this pick. Spam Yinzer in the chat here. Oh, dude, this is awesome. Joey Porter Jr., cornerback, out of Penn State. He's coming home, man. I cannot wait to see what number he's going to wear. I'm guessing probably 9. But Boswell wears 9, so he's going to have to take it from Boz. So that's interesting, man. Now we get into pick 49 here. I'm looking at my TV screen here. A couple of picks have passed. The Raiders are now picking. Oh, my goodness. Broderick Jones and Joey Porter Jr., guys. It's hard to get much better than that. It really, really is. Like, you get a top 4 offensive tackle and a top 4 cornerback. Like, those were the 2 needs that the Steelers needed. You are set at those positions now. Maybe you go get a coverage linebacker. Maybe you get like a Keanu Benton at 49. I think your options here are really, really nice if you are the Pittsburgh Steelers. And man, can we show who's on the clock right now? Who's on the clock? Titans are on the clock? I think the Raiders are on the clock, actually. So what did we miss during that cut? Who was picked, Tex? Who was... So get your grade in the chat right now. I want you guys to let me know who won, or not who won, but what do you think of this? What do you think of this draft pick? I think it's an A. I think it's an A+. Getting a Joey Porter Jr. in round 2 is something that if you would have told me a week ago would have happened, if you would have told me, Jack, we're going to get Broderick Jones and Joey Porter Jr., I'd be like, did we trade up? How much did we give up? But no, like we're getting them just at the 32 value there, and it's just incredible. I see an A+ from Dan Sullivan. I see Dominic Schrader saying A+. I know Dominic is a big Joey Porter fan. I'm guessing he was just jumping up and down with this pick. We got Matt Hyde, A+. A+ draft so far. I 100% agree with that, my man. Steelers dad says A. Omar is aggressive. Yes, he is, but he's also smart. He's not stupid aggressive. There's a difference between being like smart aggressive and dumb aggressive, like making dumb decisions just for the sake of being aggressive. And then there's calculated aggressiveness, which is what Omar Khan has. That's what some of the best GMs in the National Football League have. I think we're in incredibly good shape here with the Pittsburgh Steelers with Omar Khan. Yeah, sure. So we got a couple picks here. So Will Levis went off the board to the Tennessee Titans. It's about time he went off the board, man, because he is like he was in the green room all night last night, man. So it's good to see him finally picked. Then we got Sam Laporta, another interesting pick from Detroit there. Going with Sam Laporta. You know, they've been taking a ton of players at like high draft value type positions, right? Running back, inside linebacker, and now tight end. I don't really know what they're thinking there, man, to be completely honest with you. And then the Raiders just took Michael Mayer, tight end out of Notre Dame. It's about time he came off. And right now on the clock is the Los Angeles Rams. Now we are waiting on pick number 49. I mean, what's going to be the plan at 49 here? I think the plan right now is that Omar Khan is on the phone trying to find a trade-up candidate for them to move down, try to recoup some of those picks that they lost, try to maybe get an additional pick in round or on day 3. I think that'd be really, really good. And, we're looking at this situation here, and you got Broderick Jones, and you've got Joey Porter Jr. Like, I'm just trying to collect my thoughts here because that's just really, really, it's just crazy. Like, I mean, wow. I mean, I was thinking like maybe Tyreek Stevenson here at the top of round 2, but Joey Porter Jr., someone that I consider a potential cornerback 1 in this league for a very, very long time. I think that that's an absolutely fantastic pick, if I do say so myself, man. Oh, great. So Tex has an awesome picture here to show here. And it's a picture of Joey Porter Jr. and Joey Porter, his dad, when Joey Porter Jr. was a baby. So we're going to have that up for you in just a second. It's an awesome picture. Yeah, let's go full screen here, Tex. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. No, you're good. So right now, we're at about 217 people watching live here. And, if once we get to 150 likes, so if we just get a couple more likes here, producer Tex is going to be putting on the Terry Bradshaw bald cap here for the rest of the show. It's a free and easy way to help out the channel. Click that thumbs up icon right now if you're excited about Joey Porter Jr. heading to the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, so now let's take a look at this picture here of Joey Porter, and that is Joey Porter Jr., the new Steelers potential cornerback 1 of the future, man. That's just awesome. Like there's very few words that can describe just how awesome that is. Joey Porter Jr. coming home. It's such a critical role of this defense. I just think it's absolutely fantastic. I just love this pick so much. The Steelers have done a fantastic job, and now I can't wait to see what they do at 49. I mean, could it be Drew Sanders? Could it be Keanu Benton? Could it be a trade down and Khan fleeces another sucker? I don't know, man, but let's buckle up. This is fantastic here from the Steelers GM, Omar Khan. All right. All right, so now we're going to be getting into All right, I'm getting a word from my ear here. We got to get a sponsor read in here quick, fellas. Really do appreciate you. Let's get into this right now. Let's get into a Rex MD. Let's get in from a word from our sponsor here at Rex MD. Today's Steelers Talk is presented by Rex MD, the #1 leader in men's telehealth. Fellas, do you sometimes lack confidence in the bedroom? Do you wish you could have a more fulfilling sex life? Well, you're not alone. That's why we're excited to tell you about Rex MD, the online source for men's wellness. Rex MD offers an easy and discreet way to get the medication you need for ED without having to visit a doctor's office. With just a few clicks, you can have your medication delivered straight to your door and at a fraction of the cost of traditional pharmacies. Rex MD's team of licensed physicians will work with you to find the right treatment plan, and their medication is made in the USA, so you can trust its quality. Plus, their customer support is available 24/7 to answer any questions or concerns you may have. So if you're ready to take control of your sex life and say goodbye to ED, head on over to rexmd.com and start your consultation today. Take advantage of their best deal they've ever offered and save up to 90% off and only pay $2 per dosage with our exclusive link. Go to rexmd.com/chat for this limited time deal. Starter packs of generic Viagra or Cialis are now available for our listeners. To get started, that's rexmd.com/chat for up to 90% off. All right. So have the Rams picked yet? Yes, they have. They've taken Steve Avila, guard out of TCU. That's somebody that I know the Steelers were looking pretty heavily into. Pretty good guard. He's pretty. Here's the thing about the interior offensive line class this year. It's just not very good. Like Steve Avila is all right. Like he's a round 2 type of guy, in my opinion. But like compared to some of the freaks that we've seen come out at the position lately, like some of the best interior offensive linemen this year are offensive tackles, like Matthew Bergeron or Peter Skoronski, and Darnell Wright for that matter. Like some of the best guard prospects are gonna try to be tackles in the league. Steve Avila is a pretty strong pick there. The Rams are really deconstructing their roster right now. I'm actually surprised Sean McVay decided to come back because it's just an absolute dumpster fire in LA right now. But man, right now we got the Seattle Seahawks on the clock, number 37 overall. So Steve Avila was somebody I think the Steelers would have considered at number 49. They have been talking with a lot of these second to third round type offensive guard prospects. They've talked with Chandler Zavala as well from NC State, John Michael Schmitz from Minnesota. They've talked with a lot of these guys. So I think interior offensive line is a possibility here, despite the fact that I think that they're pretty well set on the interior of the offensive line. Right, you got Mason Cole in there. You've got Isaac Seumalo in free agency. You still got James Daniels, who's a really, really good player in my opinion. You got Nate Herbig as well, who's I think he's a starting capable offensive guard or center in the National Football League, particularly in a power run scheme. And it wouldn't surprise me if Omar Khan wanted to beef up the depth on the interior of the offensive line here, but I would probably rather go get an inside linebacker or someone on the defensive line personally. But I guess we'll see, man. Overall, I think tonight is a success because you're getting Joey Porter Jr. coming to Pittsburgh. He is on his way. I can't wait to see what number Joey Porter Jr. is going to be wearing. I mean, he might wear his dad's. I mean, that's kind of a weird number for a corner. That'd be cool if he wore his dad's number, but I mean, I just don't think a corner is going to wear that number personally. I think he's probably going to try to get 9 from Boz. Boz will probably oblige. And I like that. I like that a lot. All right, man. So now we're rolling here. So the Seahawks took Derek Hall. Okay, so that's a big one there for the Steelers because I think Derek Hall was one of those guys that the Steelers potentially would have taken there at number 49. Right now, Derek Hall, his comp for me is Frank Clark. If you know anything about Frank Clark, he's a really effective pass rusher when he's healthy, but he's not a very good run blocker. He's not a really good run defender. And that's kind of what Derek Hall is at right now with the Seattle Seahawks now. And he would have been a great fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers, in my opinion, because he wouldn't have to play on those early down situations. You have Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt as your starters. The Steelers are looking for kind of that third rotational piece to be that true pass rush specialist. Derek Hall is certainly that. The Seahawks get a really good player there at number 37. So if you love the Steelers drafting Joey Porter Jr. here at number 32 overall, make sure you drop that like button. We have 161 likes here, Tex. So that means you are putting on the cap. Pop it on, baby. Yeah, I think that's good, man. I think that's good. All right, let's bring you on camera here. Let's find that bald cap.
Got it right here.
Tell you what, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
So we got a $2 super chat from Dominic Schrader. I want to make sure we get him on there.
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
That's horrible.
Look at big Tex.
Bald text over here. Receding hairline text.
Bald Tex. You know what? I'm going to say this right now. If we beat the Browns here, if we beat the Browns report's number from last week, $768 in super chat revenue. If we get past that, we're going to put F the Browns on the bald cap, and he's going to be wearing that. And he's got to wear it for the rest of the night so Matthew Peterson can see it.
Oh, yeah.
All right?
Oh, yeah. Let me get to that super real quick.
Sounds good. So Dominic Schrader, somebody that I know wanted Joey Porter Jr. at number 17. He's been mocking him to the Steelers for a long time at number 17. He was very upset. He was very upset that Broderick Jones was the pick for the Steelers there in the first round. But, Dominic, you got your guy here in round 2. I can't believe it either here. Tears of joy. I'm not quite there yet. I'm not crying just yet, man. But happy you're happy. True friend of the show. Watches every single video. Really appreciate you tuning in tonight, Dominic. You are the best. Man, we got $154 here in Super Chat revenue. We're getting going here. Oh, and we said if we made $40, we would do an F the Browns chant. So we got to do that right now. All right, you ready?
Yep.
F the Browns!
F the Browns! F the Browns! F the Browns!
Let's go! So we beat the Browns Report's number today. The Browns Report went live today. They made about $40 in Super Chat revenue. We've already beaten that, but last week they made $768. So if we beat that today, we're going to put F the Browns on top of the Terry Bradshaw bald cap and permanent marker. And then also, I'm going to be putting a picture of an empty trophy case on my Twitter every single day until the Cleveland Browns can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm going to be tagging Browns Report host Matthew Peterson every single day. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna be talking a little bit here. Yeah, let's put them up here, Tex. That's where we're at right now. We're going to be live until about the end of the first round, okay? So we're at pick number 39 now. The Panthers are now on the clock. Matthew Bergeron is the pick to the Atlanta Falcons here at number 38. Once the end of the first round once the end of the second round happens, guys, we're going to be calling it quits here on the channel. Most likely here, unless we start getting those super chats up. Here's the thing, guys. We have limited studio space here at Chat Sports Studios, and the channels that are making the most money get to stay live longer. So if you want a longer show going into potentially even round 3, who knows, get those super chats in. Let's beat the Browns today. We have to assert ourselves as the kings of the North. All right. So now get your questions in right now in the chat. Use hashtag Steelers. And I can answer some questions for you if you want. If you want a question answered, make sure to super chat as well. I want to talk Steelers with you guys, man. Who do you think is going to be the pick? Let me know in the comments section here. We've got a couple of raffle items here. So we got a raffle today. $10 will get you into a raffle to win an official Steelers draft hat, courtesy of our friends at Fanatics. And then also, for the Super Chat MVP, we've got an awesome retro Steelers flag that we're going to be sending to today's MVP. Right now, Austin Tardif is not even close. I think he's at like $110 in Super Chat revenue, something like that, maybe a little bit more than that. He is by far the winner right now. Anthony Fuller, I see you in there, man, with a $20 Super Chat. Appreciate that, my guy. Ooh. All right, so Mingo is the pick here. Jonathan Mingo at number 39, heading to the Carolina Panthers. Interesting pick there. Jonathan Mingo, it's kind of funny because some of the guys here in the office, there's been a big debate. Which round was Jonathan Mingo going to go in? Our official draft analyst here at Chat Sports, Tom Downey, said he was going to be a round 3 guy. But many people thought he was going to go round 2. He goes early round 2 here to the Carolina Panthers. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. We're going to be covering every single pick here of the 2023 NFL Draft for your Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to be covering undrafted free agents coming up here. So if you're watching this stream, you like the content that we put out here on the channel, make sure you do me a favor. Click that subscribe button for me right now and turn on notifications so you know when we put out new videos. All right, so Jonathan Mingo, the pick here. New Orleans is on the clock. Big texture. How's that cat feel on your melon?
You know, it's really not that uncomfortable, and I do kind of internally feel like Terry Bradshaw now.
Yeah,
I'm becoming him.
Give it a second, my man.
Yeah, it'll get old.
Now here's a thought. What if Brian Branch makes it to number 49? Oh my goodness. I mean, are the Steelers going to get in there again? I mean, how is Branch falling this far? Like, he is a really, really good football player, man. Austin Tardif coming in with another $2 super chat. Austin is my guy coming in here. Today's super chat MVP so far. We need to get that going here. Austin, we'll get your super chat up here in just a second. Says, can't believe Branch is still there. I can't believe it either, man. I really can't. Like, here's the thing. Like, Brian Branch, here's the thing. I think this is probably why. Number one, he didn't test all that great at the combine. Ran in the 4.5s, which isn't, like, terrible, but it's not great for a defensive back. And then, you know, he doesn't have great size either, right? If he plays safety in the National Football League, it's going to be as either a split field safety or as a true free safety. I think he fits more as like a really good nickel cornerback. I think he's really, really good in that regard. I think the only person with better coverage instincts, at least in one-on-one coverage, in this year's class is Devin Witherspoon. So, you know, if you're comparable to Devin Witherspoon in any category, you're pretty darn good, man. And, you know, Brian Branch, if he falls to 49, him being the next nickel cornerback right next to Joey Porter Jr. and then Patrick Peterson, I can't say I'd hate that. I really can't say I'd hate that. And, you know, having Brian Branch and Minkah Fitzpatrick, two very versatile chess pieces on defense, that would certainly be interesting for Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin could cook up some really, really interesting formations, different kinds of concepts to run defensively with those two guys in the backfield. Let me know in the comment section right now. Who do you want the Pittsburgh Steelers to draft at 49? Let me know in the comment section. We got a $2 super chat from a first-time super chatter here, Zeth Peterson, coming in here with a nice $2 piece right now. Thank you so much, Zeth, for that first-time super chat. Welcome to the party, my man. Let me know who you guys want at number 49. I'm going to be giving some shout-outs here. 1500 block says Brian Branch. Andrew Peace says Kelly Ringo. Caleb Ebel says BB, Brian Branch. Juan Sanchez said, please let Branch fall. I mean, how lucky would the Steelers be if Brian Branch fell to them at number 49? I mean, I don't know if it would completely fix the secondary troubles, but I think in the long term it definitely does. Joey Porter Jr.'s got incredible upside. I think that Brian Branch is going to be immediately a really effective nickel cornerback in the league. If you add those two guys alongside Patrick Peterson, I still think Ahkello Witherspoon can still play a little bit. And then Levi Wallace is a good backup piece, and James Pierre is another good backup piece as well. I think you're set, you know. And then also, you could probably put Branch out there as a safety and some split field coverages there. I think that would be a good fit. I'm not sure if it's the top priority for the Steelers, getting a nickel cornerback. But I guess we'll see on that. I think they're planning on using Patrick Peterson in kind of more of a nickel role next year. So I'm not sure how much they'd be looking for a guy like Brian Branch to fill that role. But it's going to be interesting to see. So I see 1500 blocks says Branch plays safety. So he's being projected as a safety at the NFL level. At Alabama, he played most of his snaps at nickel cornerback. So I think that at the NFL level, he's either going to be a free safety. He's not big enough to play strong safety, in my opinion. So he's either going to have to play in split field coverages where there's two high safeties, or he's going to have to be a true free safety. And I'm not sure he has the speed to be a true free safety, if I'm being completely honest. But I think he's going to be a really good nickel cornerback, I think is where he's going to fit in really well. And I think because teams don't really see him as a true safety, I think that's probably why he's falling, right? They view him as a nickel cornerback. Nickel cornerback is one of the lowest valued positions in the National Football League. So I think that's probably why he is falling here. The Saints pick is in. We'll have that for you in just a second. And we've got a couple more $2 super chats here. We'll get to those right now. We got Not Gonna Lispall. I like that name, my man. $2 super chat. Appreciate you getting in the chat here. We got Zeth Peterson. Your opinion on taking Darnell Washington at 49. If he's there, I would be okay with it. I would be okay with it because he's such a dynamic talent and such a good blocker. I think that's why they would make that pick. You know, Pat Freiermuth and Connor Hayward are kind of your receiving type tight ends. They're kind of smaller. They're better route runners. Darnell Washington has the opportunity to be one of the best blocking tight ends in the National Football League for a very long time. He's so big. He plays with good technique. He carries weight so well. And, his upside as a receiver, I think, is going to get him picked here relatively soon. The New Orleans Saints have taken Isaiah Foskey, by the way, edge rusher out of Notre Dame. And, Foskey, I think that's a bit of a reach for Foskey, to be honest with you. I think he's got some good tools. He's a big guy, he moves well. But, when I watch him on film, not much of a pass rushing skill set. He's more of a run defender, more of a bigger run defender defensive end than a pass rushing defensive end. I think you probably could have got him. I think the value for him was probably in the third round, maybe even the fourth round, because there's so many good edges still on the board here. You know what? If B.J. Ojulari from LSU, the edge rusher, makes it to the Steelers at number 49, I bet he's the pick. B.J. Ojulari was my number one draft target for the edge position coming into the night. That's who I wanted the Steelers to take. He is still on the board. He is if you want to talk about pass rushing specialist, B.J. Ojulari, he's got every move in the book. You watch him on film. He does everything, man. Ghost moves, cross swipes, spin moves, everything. Anything that you can do as a pass rusher to get to the quarterback, B.J. Ojulari has tried it, and he has probably succeeded. Now, he's not that great against the run, but like we said with Derek Hall earlier, as a rotational edge rusher, you don't really need to be an elite run defender, right? And I think B.J. Ojulari can come in, say if Alex Highsmith or Watt gets hurt, God forbid, he can come in and he can be serviceable as a run defender. But, man, he is a technician. I bet he's gone by pick 49, but if he's there for the Steelers, adding B.J. Ojulari to Broderick Jones and Joey Porter Jr. would just be an incredible first three picks for Omar Khan. I tell you what, man. All right, Texer. So it's just everyone that sends in a $10 or more gets one slot. Okay? Just one. Yep, everybody gets one for a 10. All right, man. So right now, the Cardinals are on the clock. Cardinals are interesting, man. Right now, we're at $163 in Super Chat revenue. The Browns report had $768 last week. We've already won the Super Chat battle this week. They only had 40 this week. But, man, I really want to beat that number today. I really do. You know what? If we beat that number today, Tex, would you do a boot? Yep. All right.
Yes, I will.
All right, man. So
Terry Bradshaw boot.
We're gonna lock it in right now. If we beat this number, not only are we gonna put F the Browns on the Terry Bradshaw bald cap, not only am I gonna send Matthew Peterson a picture of the Browns' empty trophy case every day until the Browns can beat the Steelers, but we're gonna have a Terry Bradshaw boot, courtesy of our producer today. Oh yeah, great. We got a $2 super here from Autumn. who says Keon White or Keanu Benton at 49. If it's between those two guys, I'm going Keanu Benton. Like Keon White, like he's an interesting prospect. He's got great size. He plays with great effort. I just don't know where he fits on the Steelers' defensive line. You sign Larry Ogunjobi to a 3-year deal to play 5 technique. I think Keon White, he's not in the Steelers' defense. He would probably be playing 5 technique, and I just don't want him to sit for all those years. I just don't. And Keanu Benton is somebody might be able to play nose tackle for you. Might be a 3 technique to replace Cam Hayward. And, you know, I think I would go with Keanu Benton because I just believe in the talent. I believe in putting good football players on your defensive line. It's how teams like the Philadelphia Eagles are good year in and year out. It's because they have guys that can win at the line of scrimmage, and they have great depth on both the offensive and defensive line. I would certainly expect Omar Khan to continue to chock full this offensive and defensive line with good talent here in the future. So who do you want the Steelers to take at 49, guys? Let me know in the comments section. And Ojulari is going to be the pick here at number 41. We got a $2 super chat here from Austin Tardif. And he says, Sperry had PTSD flashback when he said boot. Yeah, man. Oh, my goodness. If you didn't tune in to last week's show, you missed a great show, man. I drank a boot and... Oh! $100 super chat coming in here from Princeton Cummings. Oh my goodness, let's go, Princeton. Let's get it going, man. It says, come on, let's beat those Dodo Browns. Mahalo all the way from Hawaii, number 49, Brian Branch. Let's go, Steelers. There we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. $100 super chat from Princeton Cummings. You are a real one, my guy. Thank you so much. If we want to update that number there, we're getting closer. We're getting closer, people. If you want a chance. So Austin Tardif is still in the lead for Super Chat MVP today. Right now, Austin is that MVP. He would be walking away with that retro Steelers flag. And Princeton Cummings, now you are entered into our raffle to win an official Steelers draft hat from our friends from Fanatics. All right, so Luke Musgrave is going to be the pick here for the Green Bay Packers. And that's a good pick for them. You know, I thought they would go Darnell Washington. Here's another thing, guys. Darnell Washington is starting to fall to 49. And if he is there, it would not surprise me to see them get a blocking tight end here. It really wouldn't. You bring back Zach Gentry, who's pretty darn good at that spot, but, you know, you might want somebody for the future. And Darnell Washington has the upside for days, and I think he would be a fantastic pick at 49 personally. So after that $100 super chat from Princeton Cummings, my dude, we're now at $267. Browns Report had $768 in super chat revenue last week. And, you know, if we beat it, we got a bunch of stuff that we're going to do if we beat this number, guys. We're going to put F the Browns on the Terry Bradshaw bald cap. I'm sending the picture of the empty trophy case to Matthew Peterson every single day until they can beat the Steelers. And then also Tex is going to be doing a boot if we get to that number. Okay, guys?
Terry
So
Bradshaw boot.
We still got some time here. We still got some time. We can still do it here. So who do you want the Steelers to pick here? We've heard Brian Branch, Darnell Washington, Keanu Benton, Keon White. There's some options here. There really are. And, man, the Cardinals end up taking B.J. Ojulari. That one stings for me because he would be such a great fit for the Steelers. Like if you get B.J. Ojulari, Joey Porter Jr., and Broderick Jones, like that is like exactly how Omar Khan would have drawn it up at the start of the week. The Jets pick is in. It'll be coming in here in just a second. Oh, never mind the Packers. The Jets are on the clock. My bad. Oh, man. A 10. Yeah. So I see Brian Albright saying Quentin for sure. I think so Quentin Johnson ended up going to the Chargers last night. So he was the Chargers pick at number 21 overall, just so you know. So I see a question from Dan saying Branch or Benton. I would say that one's a tough one, man. I would probably go Keanu Benton. Personally, I think that I think that Keanu Benton is somebody that's going to develop into a really good starter in this league, whether it be at 1 technique, 3 technique, 5 technique. He's going to find a home somewhere. He's going to be a really good starter, and he's going to be able to be a 3-down starter somewhere on the defensive line. With Brian Branch, I think that his role is a little bit more muddy. I think that the Steelers want to use Patrick Peterson in more of a nickel role next year, along with playing on the outside. I think he's going to have a very versatile role next year, and I just don't know how Brian Branch fits into the whole conversation here. I think he's more of a free safety than a strong safety. I think the Steelers, if they want to draft a true safety, they got to take a bigger, strong safety, maybe in the middle rounds. But, a nickel cornerback wouldn't hurt either. So, I'd be fine with either of them, but I'd personally go with Keanu Benton. That's just me, though. Brian Albright says, we need D-line. I'll even take linebacker. I would take a linebacker as well, a coverage linebacker. Drew Sanders is still on the board here. I would say he's probably one of the top contenders to be the pick here at number 49. Same thing with Diane Henley. I really like Diane Henley as well. Both of those guys are still on the board. Jack Campbell went yesterday to the Detroit Lions. All right, guys, so we got 263 Yinzers in the chat right now. If you haven't clicked that like button yet, do me a favor, drop that like. Trying to get to 200 likes here. We're at 185 right now. It's a free and easy way to help out the channel, guys. It really is a big help to us here at Chat Sports when you like these videos. It helps push these videos out to other Steelers fans so we can get more people in here and we can have an even better time here. Right now, we are at war with the Cleveland Browns report. Last week, they had $768 in Super Chat revenue. We thought we were going to completely blow them out of the water. Last week was a really, really fun show, and we just couldn't get it done. That's okay, though. Yeah, the Jets are kind of milking this a little bit. Joe Tippmann, center, going to the New York Jets. That is an interesting pick. I'm not even sure who they have as their center right now. I'm going to check it right now. Like Joe Tippmann, he fits what the Jets want to do. He's a very athletic center, and they run a lot of outside zone. You need a really athletic center to play outside zone, run offense. So I'm checking who they have as their current center, if they needed some help. They had Connor McGovern, who was the 10th highest graded center in the league last year. So that's an interesting pick to me. Maybe they'll move McGovern over to guard. Maybe they'll just keep Tippmann as kind of like a depth piece there in round 2. I'm not too sure. He's a good scheme fit. I'm sure that's probably why they really like him. Really athletic dude, really high upside center. Could be a top 5 center in the league someday. Not a bad pick there by the New York Jets. But man, I'm telling you, some of these players that the Steelers might really, really want are continuing to fall. They're still there. Darnell Washington is still there, man. Brian Branch is still there. I feel like the Steelers are going to get a really good player here no matter what, which is a good feeling to have. It really is. Tex, I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm seeing the NBA playoffs on my TV screen. I don't know what happened there, but see if we can get that figured out. But yeah, man, we're moving forward here. We got 277 people watching. We're getting going here. We've had a $100 super chat from Princeton Cummings. I know Anthony Fuller is lurking around there somewhere. He knows how to sense a moment, and he comes in with those big-time super chats when we need them. Same thing with Austin Tardif. I know he's in there watching this. We're getting closer, my friends. Pick 44 with the Indianapolis Colts. We're going to be getting that pick for you here in just a second. I really think this could be an edge rusher for the Steelers. I really do. It's going to be interesting to see. Tui Tuipulotu is still there. He's a very interesting prospect to me. I think it would be good. All right, so we're getting that situation figured out. Let me know who you guys want. So I'm seeing somebody saying Ringo is gone. Did he get picked? I don't think Ringo is gone. Okay. So Ringo is still on the board, but it's not going to be Ringo. You've got Patrick Peterson. You've got your guy in Joey Porter Jr. Akello Witherspoon has been a good corner in this league for a while. Same thing with Levi Wallace. You're pretty much set in the cornerback room, in my opinion. The only thing they could maybe add is a nickel cornerback like a Brian Branch. That's the only real piece that you could maybe add to that cornerback room. I do like Minkah Fitzpatrick and DeMonte KZ as a safety tandem. You brought in Keanu Neal in free agency to kind of be that true strong safety when they want to go single high safety coverage. So I'm not sure if they really need to go corner or safety here. I think, by God, the Steelers actually have a pretty good secondary. We've been talking about this for probably years at this point, that the Steelers secondary has just not been very good. Like, they've been giving up big plays for a very long time, at least the last couple of years. And now with Joey Porter Jr. coming in alongside Patrick Peterson, it really looks like the Steelers cornerback room is starting to turn it around a little bit here. And I'm really, really excited. Oh, man. So Julius Brents, cornerback out of Kansas State, is going to the Indianapolis Colts. Another good pick by the Colts here. They took Anthony Richardson last night, number 4 overall. I'm a believer in Anthony Richardson personally. There's a lot of people that think he's going to be a bust, and he definitely could be. He's a risky prospect. But, man, that talent absolutely jumps off the screen. And, man, some of the instincts that he has, like in the pocket, in terms of his playmaking instincts, you just don't see it from a lot of quarterbacks in the National Football League. He certainly has that. Talking about Julius Brents here, he's one of my favorite cornerback prospects in this year's NFL draft class. And I had him going to the Steelers at number 49 in my final mock draft for a reason. I think that he's a fantastic prospect. I think that he can really get things going in terms of, he's a really good athlete for his size. Like Joey Porter Jr., he's got really long arms, long legs. He doesn't run quite as fast as Joey Porter Jr., but he's a really good athlete. And, maybe he won't be a number 1 cornerback in the league, but he's going to be really, really solid on day one. I think the Colts did need some help at the cornerback position, and that's perfectly fine. Man, so we are going here. Yeah, I see it. So we got that TV situation figured out here. If I'd have to guess who it is, I would say it's either going to be Tuli Tuipulotu, edge rusher from USC, or it's going to be Drew Sanders, linebacker out of Arkansas. It could be Diane Henley as well. Like, those would be my top 3. Keanu Benton is certainly in that conversation. Darnell Washington is in that conversation. Any of those guys, I would be happy with the pick. I really would. Now, I think at some point the Steelers need to trade down, and I think that pick number 49 could be that final opportunity to get something pretty decent from another team trying to move up, because some of these pieces are starting to fall, right? Brian Branch, Darnell Washington, Tuli Tuipulotu. There's some really good play. Oh, we got a trade here. So the Lions are trading up. I don't know for who. They've made some very peculiar decisions throughout this NFL draft process. Yeah, interdivisional trade here between the Packers and the Lions. So the Lions now have the number 45 pick in the 2023 NFL draft. And this will be interesting to see what the Lions do. We're going to fix that graphic there in just a second. And it looks like the Lions are starting to celebrate. We're going to see how things go here. I wonder who this is for. So we're moving forward here. Ghost 304, I really don't think it's going to be Ringo. Like, where do you put him? You got Patrick Peterson. You've got Joey Porter Jr. Who are you putting in the slot? Are you putting Patrick Peterson in the slot? I don't know. Did you see the pick? Is the pick in? So we got the details here. The Packers got pick 48, 159 for 45. Okay, so they get an additional, I believe that's a 5th round pick, if I'm not mistaken. So not a bad move there. I guess we'll see what happens here. We're going to be doing another breakdown of the Steelers pick here at number 49 in just a second. Make sure you stick around for that. We got 323 people watching. 215 people have liked the video. And if we could put up the Super Chat stuff again here, Tex. We've got some cool stuff that you could win. We're doing a raffle today. Every $10 Super Chat or more is going to get you into a raffle to win an official Steelers draft hat. And then today's Super Chat MVP is going to win a retro Pittsburgh Steelers flag with the retro logo on there. It's a really cool looking flag, man. Right now, Austin Tardif is the Super Chat MVP with just over $110. We had a $100 Super Chat from Princeton Cummings. Really appreciate that, my guy. And right now we're about $500 off of the Browns mark from last week. Oh, and Brian Branch has gone off the board. Officially, he is a Detroit Lion. He's going to play for Dan Campbell there in the Motor City. And Brian Branch, I think that's a good move. That's a good move that's the first pick I actually like from the Detroit Lions. Like, the Lions are taking a lot of players that are good players, but they're taking them too early, right? Jahmyr Gibbs at the number 12 overall pick. Like, that is the biggest head scratcher maybe of the entire night last night. And then you get Jack Campbell, which might be number 2 on that list. And then who did they take earlier? They took Sam Laporta before Michael Mayer, I think. And that is bonkers town to me, man. But Brian Branch, I think he's going to be a really good nickel corner for you right away. He's going to play maybe free safety in Detroit now. It'll be interesting to see how they use Brian Branch moving forward, because they do need some safety help. They do need a little bit of corner help as well. They added, I think they added Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Let me see. Did Chauncey Gardner-Johnson go to Detroit? I'm pretty sure he did. I'm checking right now. No. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is a safety. No, he's not a draft pick. Yeah, so they do have Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. So I don't know what their plan is for Brian Branch. Now, I think that Brian Branch will find a home somewhere. Like, he's a really good football player. They're gonna find a place for him to go. In my opinion, he's gonna play free safety there for the Detroit Lions. That's probably where they go right now. You got Kirby Joseph as your free safety right now. Drafted him last year. He played okay, but I think they're probably getting an upgrade here with Brian Branch after he fell to the second round. So now we're at pick 46 with the New England Patriots. And the Patriots are going to take Keon White. Okay, I think that's a Patriots pick right there. Like, the Patriots love these bigger edge rushers that can come off the edge. I think that's a fantastic fit for those New England Patriots. You get Christian Gonzalez at a steal at number 17 overall yesterday, and now you get Keon White, number 46 overall. Really big, really athletic, very toolsy player that I think Bill Belichick is really going to like. Like, I think that's a good move, because if you look at the guys that have played edge there, like Matthew Judon, right? Kyle Van Noy, like some of these edges that they have, they like to have that really big edge rusher that can play a lot, that has a lot, that can do a lot of things. And Keon White is definitely someone that can do that. He can play anything from outside linebacker in that system in New England all the way to probably 3 technique, which is the same role that Cam Hayward plays, by the way. And I really think that Keon White has a shot to be good in New England. He's pretty raw, so he's going to need some coaching up. He's going to the best defensive coach of all time. So I think that's a pretty darn good pick there by Bill Belichick. And if Keon White turned into like a Pro Bowl caliber player here in short order, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. So we're just a couple of picks away here from the Steelers pick at number 49. And then once that's over and done with, we're going to be on here for a little bit longer. We're going to be doing the raffle here pretty soon. So, I mean, time's running out here on the raffle. So if you want a chance to win that Steelers draft hat of your choice, or if you wanted to win the Steelers retro flag, you can go ahead and get those super chats in there. So the Commanders are taking Jartavius Martin at number 47. And Jartavius Martin, I like that pick for the Commanders a lot. You know, the Commanders needed kind of like that nickel cornerback to kind of come in there and play that nickel role. Jartavius Martin can definitely do that for them. 100%. That's a good move for the Commanders. And now we're just a couple picks away. Who are the Steelers going to take? Is it going to be Tuli Tuipulotu? Is it going to be Keanu Benton? Is it going to be Darnell Washington? Like, there's a lot of different ways that this could go. They could go Drew Sanders, Diane Henley. There's a lot of good players on the board here as we approach the Steelers pick. Let me know who you want at number 49 right now in the comments section. I'm going to be giving out some shout-outs here. Sid H says Drew Sanders. Let me know what you guys want here, and I'll give you a shout-out. We got 1,500 blocks saying Brian Branch. And, like, if I had to put my name on one person here, man, that's a tough call. I have no idea. Like, this is a tough pick for me because you got so many good options. You could bring in a blocking tight end and Darnell Washington. Oh, we got a $10 super chat here and a first-time super chatter. Brian Albright. Thank you so much, my guy. We're going to put your super chat on screen here in just a second. He says, Benton, Henley, or Sanders. Let's go. Let's get this going, man. Let's have another great pick. I would be okay with any one of those guys, by the way. If it's any one of those three gentlemen, the Steelers are getting a really good football player, in my opinion. Diane Henley, I think, is more refined than Drew Sanders right now, but Drew Sanders is younger and has the higher upside potentially. Keanu Benton could be a replacement for Cam Hayward. Chandler Zavala might be an option here at interior offensive line. It'll be interesting to see what happens here, man. I can't wait. And, yeah, and Trenton Simpson. Trenton Simpson is – I don't want Trenton Simpson, man. Like, I've seen him on tape, and he just isn't a very good football player. Like, he's a great athlete, and he's a great blitzer. Like, he's like a freight train coming at you at the inside linebacker position if you're a quarterback. He's got great speed, good size, good arm length. He's got all the tools that you want from an inside linebacker, but he is not. He is not. Okay, so the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have traded up here to the number 48 pick, right? Pretty sure. Oh, interesting. So we got Green Bay trading down again. I guess Green Bay just doesn't like any of these players. Well, I mean, if Green Bay wants more draft capital, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but like they are moving down quite a bit. There are some, so I see XZJ saying, is Ringo an option? I don't think he is because you already took your cornerback. I think if Joey Porter Jr. wasn't the pick at 32, then Ringo is absolutely an option at 49. But you already have Patrick Peterson. You already have Joey Porter Jr. You already have Akella Witherspoon and Levi Wallace, who are both pros and are probably going to have a shot to win at least one of the starting jobs. Plus, you got Arthur Maulet in the nickel. It looks like Patrick Peterson is going to have a role as kind of like a nickel star player, kind of that same position that Jalen Ramsey has been playing over the last couple of years. And it's definitely interesting. I think Joey Porter Jr. is the type of guy that has the potential to develop into a really, really great cornerback in this press-heavy system. I think that's a match made in heaven for more reasons than one. Same thing with Broderick Jones in round one. And we are getting so close to pick number 49 here. Okay. So, man, this is going to be interesting because after day two, you know, when you get into that day three territory, you're getting some players that might not start for you. So, you know, what are the positions that the Steelers feel they need to get potential starters at? Is it blocking tight end? Is it coverage linebacker? Is it nickel cornerback? Is it strong safety? Is it interior offensive line? Which position do they feel like they need to address here? Like, I feel like this is going to be a trade down situation. I think there's so many good prospects left on the board for the Steelers at this point that they're going to be willing to take any of these guys at a lower pick, and they're going to trade down here. That is my prediction here. Cody Mock is going to be the pick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of my least favorite prospects in this year's NFL draft class. A lot of people like Mock because, he doesn't have the two front teeth. He's a great story. He plays with great intensity. His run blocking is really impressive on tape. But I just don't know where you fit him in an NFL offensive line. He doesn't have the arm length to play tackle, in my opinion. He doesn't have really any experience as a pass protector because the North Dakota State Bison pretty much just run the football all the time, so he doesn't really have much experience there. And then I don't think he has the strength or the size to play on the interior in the NFL. Now, I think that's probably where they're going to try to fit him in because I just don't think he's going to be a tackle. I think they're going to bank on his intangibles and, the tape for him to be an offensive guard in the National Football League. But, man. Yep, so now the Steelers are going to be on the clock here pretty soon. If we can update the graphics here. Oh, it almost crashed. Oh, my goodness. Things are going crazy here at Chat Sports on night 2 of the NFL Draft. Yeah, Bucks pick is in. And they've taken Cody Mock, offensive lineman. I'm really glad he didn't go to the Steelers. The Steelers met with Mock, and he seems like the type of guy that has the mentality that the Steelers brass would like. I just don't think that he fits in anywhere. From a pure measurable standpoint, the arm length isn't there, the pass protection reps aren't there, so you're really projecting him at offensive tackle. And then, I just don't know. So the Steelers are on the clock right now. I guess we'll see if they trade. I think this is a great opportunity to trade down. There's so many good players available that I think if you trade back a couple spots, you can still get a really good player here in round 2, but you'll also add another pick potentially in round 4, round 5, maybe add a couple of picks. Because right now the Steelers have only 2 picks in tomorrow's day 3 coverage. Right? They have 2 picks and they're in the 7th round. So it'll be interesting to see if the Steelers trade here. Oh, I just got a report here. The Steelers are taking defensive tackle Keanu Benton out of the University of Wisconsin. What a move by Omar Khan. Another player falls to them here at number 49. Oh my goodness, I love that pick. Oh man, that is awesome. Keanu Benton played nose tackle at the University of Wisconsin, has some of the strongest upper body strength of anybody in this year's draft class. Now, his pad level can be inconsistent at times, but, he's he just controls people at the line of scrimmage. Now, because the Steelers are drafting him this early, I would guess that they're planning on playing him as a rotational nose tackle here, okay? So I think he's going to be the starting nose tackle for the Steelers. They're going to be banking on that upper body strength, and I think that they're going to view him as the next era at 3 technique once Cam Hayward eventually retires. I think that, Keanu Benton has the athleticism that you look for. When you watch his film, he blows up run plays. This guy's got the athleticism to shoot gaps against zone run schemes. This guy's got the strength to hold up against power schemes. This guy's not moving anywhere. I think if you can work on his pad level a little bit, he could absolutely work out as your starting nose tackle in the National Football League. And man, I love this pick from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Give me a grade right now in the comment section while Tex gets our graphics ready for this cut. Give me a grade right now. I'm going to give this another. I'll give this an A-. Okay, I'll give this an A-. I love the player. I love the impact that he's going to have on day 1. I love the mentality from the guy. I love the upside. I maybe would have tried to trade down to get a little bit more draft capital. And But man, I really like the player. I do. I like the player. I'll give it an A-. I think that he has the potential to be that next true pass rushing specialist from the interior to replace Cam Hayward when he eventually moves on. But in the meantime, he's going to be a really, really great nose tackle for you. And he's going to be a good backup piece if Cam Hayward goes down, if Larry Ogunjobi goes down. He has that versatility to play nose tackle, 3 technique, 5 technique. This is something that solidifies the Steelers' defensive line as one of the best in the National Football League. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if they took an edge rusher here later on in the evening in round 3. I really think that's a possibility. Yeah, man, so that's interesting. We got some B's, we got a Z in there. Bring a Casey Hampton. He was a fourth rounder at least. Bro, have you seen Philly? Yeah, I've seen Philly. They've got an incredible defensive line filled with amazing players. That's what the Steelers are bringing in here. Keanu Benson, to me, was somebody that was a borderline first-round pick. He falls to you here at number 49. I really like this pick here, man. We got a B+ from Terrence Pickens. Yeah, big Norega, I hope I'm saying that right, says Keanu wasn't no damn fourth rounder. He's not a fourth rounder, man. This guy can blow up run plays. This guy's athletic. This guy's incredibly strong in his upper body. I really like this pick personally. Okay, I think that this is your nose tackle piece. I don't think you're going to be taking another defensive lineman, at least on the interior, in this year's draft. I still think they might add an edge. In fact, I'm pretty sure they'll add an edge in round 3 here. But, tight ends, inside linebackers, some of these pieces now look like they're going to be kind of put on the back burner a little bit. Maybe the Steelers really believe in Cole Holcomb and Landon Roberts, and they don't feel like going. So we have a $10 super chat here before we get into this cut from Austin Tardif, today's MVP so far. And he says that he's enjoying this pick. And I'm right there with you, Austin. He said, I wanted Benton too. Can't complain. Just would have liked to see him in the 3rd. There's no way he would have made it to the 3rd. I think personally we're lucky that he made it to 49. Like, he is a really, really talented player. One of the best big boys in this year's NFL draft class. I think the Steelers are really lucky to have him, and I think he's going to be a Steeler for a very long time. That's the way I feel about it. And right now, Omar Khan's streak is looking really, really nice. You get Broderick Jones there in the 1st round. Then you get Joey Porter Jr. Wow, that's still crazy to say, in the 2nd round. And then Keanu Benson falls into your lap in round 2 with your 49th overall pick. I like that, man. I probably would have traded down. I'm not sure what kind of offers were on the table, if any. But, man, if there was a decent offer, I probably would have taken it just because there were so many good players available there. You had Drew Sanders, Diane Henley, Darnell Washington. You had a lot of really good players on the board. So I probably would have traded down if I got a deal I liked. But Keanu Benson, man, what can I say? He is a good football player, and I'm not going to complain one bit. Tex, are we just about ready to get this going here? All right, cool. All right, so okay. So are you going to do that while we're still live, or okay? So you guys are kind of getting a sneak peek of the behind-the-scenes action here at Chat Sports. What we're going to do is we're going to get this last cut here of Keanu Benson. Then we're going to be doing our raffle, and then we are going to officially announce the winner of today's Super Chat MVP, which right now is Austin Tardif. So if somebody wants to put in a big number here and challenge him, that'd be fantastic. If not, no worries. We only have a couple of people that are entered to win the official Steelers draft hat in our raffle this evening. So if you want, if you want to win that Steelers draft hat, you can go ahead and put in a $10 super chat or more in order to enter into that raffle. We're going to be doing that here in just a second. I'm going to be breaking down the pick of Keanu Benton, defensive tackle out of Wisconsin, to the Steelers at number 49. All right, man, so Tex is telling me that we are good to go. Packers are on the clock. Can't wait to break this pick down. Let's get into it right now. Welcome into Steelers Talk, Yinzers. The Steelers have once again taken another player that I really like in the 2023 NFL Draft. This time it's defensive tackle out of Wisconsin, Keanu Benton. Now, here's what Keanu Benton, what his profile looks like. 6'3" and 3/4, over 300 pounds, nearly 310 pounds. Okay, he's Tom Downey's our NFL draft analyst, number 6 defensive line overall and the 63rd overall prospect. On my personal big board, I have him higher than that. I'm a big believer in Keanu Benton. This is what Tom Downey had to say in his scouting report of the nose tackle from Wisconsin. Steady growth over his career, capped off by an impressive Senior Bowl showing. Absolutely correct. He was absolutely dominant at the Senior Bowl, and the Steelers were right up close and personal with some of these defensive linemen. They saw him move. They saw the upper body strength that this guy brings to the table, and they really liked it. Power and length in his upper body meshes well with his motor. This guy has a motor that doesn't quit. This guy plays with mentality, which is what Mike Tomlin really, really likes in his players. This guy is a dog, and this guy is athletic, and this guy is strong. But he needs to improve on his hand placement. Not much of a pass rush plan right now. I think that he has the power and the agility and the athletic profile to be a really big problem for defenses in the National Football League someday, but he's going to have to learn some of these tricks of the trade from Cam Hayward and such to potentially even replace Cam at that defensive tackle position in the future. This is what the Athletics' Dane Brugler had to say about the Wisconsin nose tackle. Benton needs to play with consistent leverage and become a more consistent finisher for the NFL game, but his stout power base and above average athleticism at his size are outstanding foundation traits. He has the talent to play all over the defensive line as a pro. So let me know what you guys think about this pick here in the comments section. Give me a grade here, A, B, C, D, or F. Give me that grade in the comments section. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever you get an ad break here, do me a favor, go down to the comments section, find that pinned comment. It'll be right there at the top, and answer today's question. All right, so let's take a look at some of the production here from Keanu Benton over the last year for the Badgers. 36 tackles, 10 tackles for loss. For a nose tackle, that is absolutely fantastic. 4.5 sacks as well. This guy's an incredibly powerful pass rusher. Needs to work on the finesse a little bit, but man, this guy can affect the pocket and really do a good job in that regard. No forced fumbles, but that's all right, man. I really think that this guy's going to sneak in there as that nose tackle. Some people don't think Keanu Benton is going to be a nose tackle in the National Football League, but it seems to me like the Steelers believe in this kid, and they're going to be putting him in as the starting nose tackle right alongside Cam Hayward and Larry Ogunjobi next season. They're going to be trying him out. You have Montravius Adams and Braden Fajoku as your other nose tackles there, some other options, but I really, really like Keanu Benton with his size, with his strength, with his agility, with his run-stuffing ability. You see that with the 10 tackles for loss. I think that this guy is the run-stuffer that the Steelers have been looking for, probably just a rotational role as that starting nose tackle next season, but over the course of time, when Cam Hayward starts to walk off into the sunset here, I think Keanu Benton has the upside to be a real menacing 3 technique and replace Cam Hayward as that 3-down starter for the Steelers moving forward. So for me, I'm going to give this pick a grade of A. I think this is a really good pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe I would have traded down here. You know, you traded your 4th-round pick to the New England Patriots on night 1 to move up for Broderick Jones, and because of that, you only have 2 picks on day 3, and both of them coming in the 7th round, right at the end of the 7th round too. So maybe I would have traded back to get some more draft capital, but I think overall the player is excellent. I think he's going to have a long future with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Omar Khan adds yet another excellent piece to this Steelers defense. So let's take a look at the testing numbers from Keanu Benton, a 5.0840. All right, but the 10-yard get-off there, it's not bad at 1.74. That's a really, really good 10-yard split for someone of his size. The bench reps, 25. That's pretty darn good there as well. I think that he has the athleticism and the strength needed to be a really, really good nose tackle and potential 3 technique in the National Football League. Some people might say that going and getting your nose tackle a little bit early in round 2, but I think with the talent and the future upside that comes with Keanu Benton, this is a really good pick. All right, if you haven't already, man, this is why you subscribe to the channel. breaking news coverage, and draft analysis all week long for every single pick that your Pittsburgh Steelers make over the course of the weekend. We're going to be having extensive coverage for you all throughout the draft, round 3 and in round 7. If they trade down, we're going to have a video for that as well. Plus, we got undrafted free agency coverage on Sunday, and that's definitely going to be a great video as well. So if you want all that extensive Steelers draft coverage, do me a favor, click that subscribe button for me right now. All right, so let's just talk a little bit about Keanu Benton and why I really like this pick, man. I think that Keanu Benton, you take a look at the physical tools that you're getting with this guy. Okay, you got the long arms. You got the incredible upper body strength, right? I think maybe the only 2 nose tackles that were better in that regard, or maybe even a little bit less, are Griffin Jexter Sr. out of Florida and Mazi Smith out of Michigan. Now, Keanu Benton, I think, has incredible length, incredible strength, and he's got really, really high upside because he's got all the physical tools that you look for. He's a great run stuffer. He stops the run. He had 10 tackles for loss last year, 4.5 sacks last year, and he really didn't have much of a plan either. This guy is all upside to me. This guy is a fantastic run stuffer from day one, but he's got the upside. Like I say, that's the key word here, the upside, to be a really great 3 technique for the future and really not skip a beat when Cam Hayward eventually leaves. All right, so now we take a look what the Steelers have done with the draft so far. You go into round 1, you trade up, you get Broderick Jones, you take care of left tackle. Check that box. Okay, then you get cornerback, right? We need a cornerback. We need a potential number 1 guy for the future. Who do we get? We get Joey Porter Jr. First round guy, in my opinion. You get him in round 2 out of value. Check that box. Then you get a great defensive tackle in Keanu Benton that's going to be a starter for you right away at a really important position of need, nose tackle, and then he's going to be a potential long-term 3-down starter to replace one of your better players and really key cogs in the defense there at 3 technique with Cameron Hayward. I think this is a fantastic pick. You add him to a draft class that includes Broderick Jones and Joey Porter Jr. You got Patrick Peterson, Isaac Seumalo as well in free agency. Allen Robinson joins the crew there at slot wide receiver. I really think that's fantastic. And right now, right now the Steelers have one more pick number 80 in the 2023 NFL draft on day 2. So we got pick 80 in round 3, no picks in round 4, no picks in round 5, no picks in round 6, and then they have 2 in round 7. I would certainly expect the Steelers to potentially trade down here at number 80 so they can have a little bit more juice here to get a couple more picks on day 3. So who do you want the Steelers to draft next at number 80? For me personally, I want them to go get an edge rusher. I really think that they need that rotational piece on the defensive line to go behind Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt. I really think that would be the smart move for the Steelers, and I think by the end of the night, the Steelers will have another defensive lineman on their roster. But you let me know right now in the comment section, who do you want the Steelers to take? Once again, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you know when we put out new videos. We're going to be putting out a ton of great stuff. If the Steelers trade down, we're going to have a video for you guys. We're going to have a bunch of great stuff coming out over the next couple days. You're not going to want to miss it. Click that subscribe button for me right now. All right. All right, yeah, so we can go through some of the picks here that were made after Pittsburgh. So Keanu Benton goes number 49 to the Steelers. Nose tackle is taken care of. Number 1, or maybe not number 1 next year, but future number 1 cornerback is taken care of. Left tackle for the future is taken care of. I feel really, really good about where the Pittsburgh Steelers stand right now. So Jaden Reed, wide receiver out of Michigan State, goes to the Steelers, or not the Steelers, the Packers. They're at number 50. That's an interesting pick. And then Cam Smith, cornerback. Really good player in my opinion. Has fallen in this process a little bit. Was kind of seen as a top 20 guy when this process began. Now he falls outside of the top 50 with Miami. I really thought Miami might take a tackle there, but I guess there's not really a bunch of great options at tackle anymore. Cam Smith is a good player. And then the Seattle Seahawks take Zach Charbonnet, running back out of UCLA. He's a good player, man. So I think Seattle gets another good player along with Devin Witherspoon, a couple other guys that they drafted. Very, very interesting, man. Okay. So are we ready to get this. So we got a couple super chats here over the course of that cut. I want to get to those real quick. And then we'll do the raffle. And right now, Austin Tardif has about a $20 lead over Princeton Cummings for Super Chat MVP. If you guys want to get that battle going, Princeton, okay, you know, a $25 Super Chat would put you in the lead. But let me know, man. He said Keanu Benton with a $20 Super Chat. Appreciate that $20, Princeton. You have been a real one today. Really appreciate you really carrying kind of the second half of the show here. And then we got Mo Love in the chat here with a $10 Super Chat. Add him to the raffle here. Go Steelers. I think so far the night has been incredibly successful. All right, we're going to be doing this raffle quick. We're going to name a winner of this Super Chat MVP battle. We're going to put a shot clock on here for 5 minutes. At the end of that timer, we're going to name a winner for Super Chat MVP. So get yours in right now. We're going to have to end the stream here pretty soon. We've got a ton of videos to film here at Chat Sports Studios in Dallas, Texas. But, man, it's been a really, really fun evening breaking down the NFL draft with y'all, man. I think the Steelers have drafted very well. They didn't trade down yet, which is a little concerning because they don't have – and we got another $10 Super Chat. Austin Tardif says, who do you think that we trade down with? I'm not too sure, Austin. Like, it could be anybody. It really, really could. Like, at this point, I'm trying to think of who people, like, there might be a West Coast offense team that wants to trade up for Darnell Washington because he's such a good fit for that type of system. That's certainly possible. I'm trying to think of who's available. Maybe Tuli Tuipulotu. Like, and I think there's still some pretty good corners left on the board. Corey Trice from Purdue is still on the board. Oh, so Tuli just got picked by Chicago? Okay. Oh, Jervin Dexter goes to the Bears just a couple picks after Keanu Benton. That's a very interesting pick, man. I thought Jervin might fall to the 4th just because, like, his get-off is some of the worst that I've seen. Can we get Austin's Super Chat on there? No, you're good, man. So right now, Austin Tardif is in the lead for Super Chat MVP by $30. We got President Ninny in the chat. What is up, my guy? Welcome to the party here. It's I, Omar Khan. I'm your father, LOL. Sup, Sperry? What's up, President Ninny? You are a real one. Thank you for joining the show. You are a real one, my friend. Did we get Austin's up on there? Yeah, let's put that up. What's up? No. So Austin Tardif is now in the lead for Super Chat MVP by $30 with about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. So if Princeton Cummings wants to come up or if Anthony Fuller wants to make a big move here, who do you think that we should trade down with? I really don't know, man. Like, at this point, it could be anybody. It depends who people like, who people have falling, and what picks they're willing to give up. I really, really don't know, Austin, but I think that at this point, some of these really good players are starting to fall. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody moved up with the Steelers at number 80. It really, really would. So let me know in the comments right now, do you want the Steelers to trade down? We got another $10 Super Chat from Princeton Cummings. He is now $20 behind the lead for that Steelers retro the Steelers retro flag that we're giving away today. Rashee Rice, Tui Tuipulotu goes to the Chargers at pick 54, and now Rashee Rice, wide receiver from SMU right here in Dallas, Texas, going to the Kansas City Chiefs. That's a good fit for Kansas City. He'll be a good weapon for Patrick Mahomes. Princeton Cummins says, go Steelers. Appreciate you, Princeton. You are a real one. Thank you for tuning in tonight. You are a real one. Got 214 people watching. 245 people have liked the video, which is the Steelers Talk record for likes on a singular live show. So thank you so much for making that happen, setting a record tonight here on Draft Night Day 2. That is awesome, man. But hey, we can get that even higher. Let's get that up to 250. Let's get that to 250. 250 likes. That sounds good. We just broke it. Awesome. That's great. All right, so we got a minute left on the Super Chat MVP right now. We don't need to show that, Tex. So Princeton, man, $25 here at the buzzer could win it for you. Or Austin, if you want to extend it, you can put another one in there if you want. We're going to be doing this. And the Bears are trading up here. Trade alert. Chicago is now on the clock. 30 seconds left here on the shot clock. Then we're going to be doing the raffle. Just a couple names on today. It's no Kenny Pickett jersey giveaway. I'll say that. But hey, I appreciate everybody that has sent in a $10 super chat or more. You guys are the real ones here. Staying with me all the way to the end here. So let me know, T or P in the comments section. Give some shout outs here. Should the Steelers trade down in round 3? I think they should. Pickett says T. So that's going to be it. I'm calling it. The timer is off. Austin Tardif wins our giveaway item today of a retro Steelers flag, which will look real nice in his, we'll show that to him. Austin, this is something that you're going to get here in the mail here pretty soon. We got a Steelers retro flag with Steely McBeam on there. Congratulations on that one, man. Another Super Chat MVP for Austin Tardif. This isn't the first time he's won. So we got the trade alert coming in. And now let's spin the wheel here for the winner of the Steelers draft hat. We've just got a couple names on here. I'm pretty sure it is. So we're getting going here. We're about to end the stream here, guys, but I really do appreciate everybody, all the real ones that have tuned in throughout today's live stream. You guys are the real ones, and somebody's going to be walking away here with the Steelers draft hat. So we got 6 names here. We got Kyle King, Princeton Cummings, Anthony Fuller, Brian Albright, and Mo Love, and Austin Tardif, of course. So Austin could be coming away with 2 prizes tonight. Let's see who wins this Steelers draft hat. Spin that wheel, Tex. And it looks like it's going to be Mo Love. Mo Love has won this officially licensed Steelers draft hat here on our live stream. This is the second time Mo Love has won. He won, actually, the Kenny Pickett jersey giveaway as well. Congratulations for your second win, Mo Love. Make sure to contact me on Twitter, the same place that you contacted me last time. I'll make sure to get that Steelers draft hat out to you as soon as possible. Has any picks been made here in the meantime, Mr. Tex? All right, so there's my Twitter, Mo Love. If you don't remember what my Twitter is, contact me on Twitter at Jack_Sperry with your shipping information. I will make sure to get that out to you ASAP. Thank you to everybody that donated today. $338 is not a bad show whatsoever. You guys have done a fantastic job. I really do appreciate everything that you guys do for this channel. This is a fantastic opportunity to go live during day 2 of the NFL draft. You guys have not disappointed, man, and neither have the Steelers. You're bringing home Joey Porter Jr. That is an awesome, awesome day in Steelers Nation. And then, of course, you get Keanu Benton as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. We're going to be putting out a bunch of great stuff on the channel, including a video on the Steelers pick at number 80 later tonight, as well as my day 2 grade video of the Steelers. So we're not even close to done on day 2 of the NFL draft, guys. Don't you worry about that. But for now, that's going to be it for the live stream today. I really appreciate you guys. I want to give some final shout outs here to all the real ones that are in the chat. Type real one in all caps, and I will give you guys a shout out. You guys are awesome. Mo Love in the chat. He's a real one. Loves Hines 57. Thank you, man. Thank you for watching. You are a real one. Austin Tardif might be the real one, man. He was the real one today. Bringing it with the super chats, $250 super chats at the start of the show. Really locked in his super chat MVP effort today. Matt Hyde is a real one. Not gonna lie, Les Paul is a real one. Braylon is a real one. Pickett is a real one. Ace 14K is a real one. Steve Young is a real one. Steve Young is saying that ESPN had Benton ranked as the 35th best player in the draft, and we got him at number 49. So, yeah, that's not a bad pick whatsoever. In my opinion, he was a borderline first-round pick, and he was my number 2 defensive tackle just behind Mozzie Smith. Like, getting that guy at number 49 is an absolutely great pick. Solidifies you for now at nose tackle. Maybe he turns into something and can be a really nice 3-technique pass rushing specialist when Cam Hayward eventually leaves. I think that's a great pick. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's show, guys. You guys are the real ones. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you know when those extra Steelers videos go out later this evening.